It's the weekend. It's a stream on a Sunday, guys. We're watching the U17s women's, which are underway. We already had two lovely days of competition. I'm here to my left or your right, depending on where you're looking. We have coming from his wee Maxit throne after a lovely nap over the weekend. Joyful over, I think City won, right? So you're in a good mood, right?
Yeah,
City won.
City
You're in a
one,
good
City
mood.
one. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's good. And as I
Erling
told him,
Haaland.
Holland happened. And for the Wolves fan in here, I am scouting. I'm just scouting Preston North End and Sheffield Wednesday because that's where we're going. Guys, Wolves, we're finally going back to the championship. It feels that way, but we're not here to talk about the Premier League or the Champions League. We're talking about youth football. The 2014 U17 World Cup is underway. The 24 team. And we're here with JD. We're going to live watch this. There are two other games happening as well at the same time. We're going to focus on Nigeria versus Canada, but we'll give you updates for other scores and things that are going on because every game I think has been exciting. Even today, France getting a bit of a push from Samoa. I'm sure everyone had that on their bingo card saying, yeah, Samoa will push France at the U17s. But we're here to talk about it, guys. Welcome to the channel. I am the Africans. I am still editing. JD's here. JD, welcome to U17 season. We start with the women at the end of this month. Then the men's U17 starts and might actually give us a look of what the World Cup may look at because the U17s for men's is 48 teams. So it's going to be a lot to track, but it's the end of the year. There's football every
48
day. How are you
teams.
doing today?
I'm fine. Thanks for having me. Obviously, you know that Nigeria, we are out, and the competition itself, it's a exciting competition. Remember, we did what 5 years ago, and
Yep.
pretty much that's where we broke out watching these games. So I think we can't leave it. You know, it's getting better and better. Are getting more and more, not necessarily better and better. You know, but it's getting more and more, and we're here to see if we could identify some talents. Got a chance to watch both teams because we watched the African qualifiers, and then we got a chance to watch Canada played in our region as well. And I want to say it's two teams from different styles, you know.
Mhm.
Yes, Canada might have every single thing, and Nigeria might have some things that are special. Let's see if they could use that special thing to create some problem for Canada, or Canada is just going to use everything that they're good at and make a statement. Tough group as well.
No, definitely a tough group. I think this group was very interesting to me, and especially when we just saw Samoa basically fight France to get for a 4-2 win. I think it's going to be a very interesting group. And for those of you who haven't been following and have forgotten, they've expanded the field for the U17s, which means 24 teams, which means third place is still can get you to the next round. So it's not just going to the quarterfinal semis. We got a round of 16. So third place matchups do matter, which means ultimately if you lose your first game, you aren't automatically out of it. You don't need to win your second game. You just need to stay alive until you can get either 3 points, maybe even two can do it for you. But that's what we're here. We're gonna watch it and we'll go through it. But yeah, I've liked this. It's interesting. How do you feel about a 2014 U17? Because I remember when they first announced it, my first thing was I don't mind 24. I wish that the U20s would have gone to 32 instead of just staying at 24, especially with the men going to 48. But do you like 24 for U17s? Gets a few more teams in there, and we get to see a few more talents around the world.
I would say yes, because if you didn't do it here, and the fact that someone said football is rising in general, I
Hmm.
think it's not going to fade the competition so much,
Hmm.
because even in the qualifiers they're going to always weed out the weaker teams. To say, and to be honest, you have more stronger teams. You have took a look on the men's side of qualifiers. You saw some of
Yeah.
the smaller teams them qualifying, and the traditional names fighting to get there. So it makes the number a little bit higher. And obviously, the reason why those guys can get to do so is because grassroots football is rising as well. And this is the grassroots level. So, yeah. We need to see what is on display so we can predict some of these players that are going to be the next $1 million players, because you can see them from very, very early. And I do believe that we're going to see one or two of these players that we know will be $1 million player in this competition.
That we will definitely do, and we definitely see. Thank you for everyone who's here. If you're stopping by, let us know who you're rooting for, what has stood out to you. I see you, Prince Hood. Yes, we will be covering the men's U17s, regardless of which players are on that side. So we'll keep an eye on that. And yes, Oceanic FC football is growing male and female, which is good to see. I know it's just New Zealand and friends, it feels like sometimes. But New Zealand, even if you look at their men's World Cup, they didn't just dog walk their way. I mean, it was a smaller score line, which would indicate to some maybe there's a little bit more competition coming through with that. I want to look at the pathways that both teams got here. And I think
Hmm.
the good way to start is looking at Nigeria's path. Africa is very much home and away legs until you reach the end. And so just to throw this on so everyone kind of sees what happened. So for African teams, so for Nigeria specifically, Nigeria got a bye, but then they had to play South Africa home and away, and then they played Algeria home and away in their third round.
Hmm.
And that was their pathway to making it to the World Cup, which was fine, which is a little bit different from what CONCACAF did. CONCACAF, and this is my one complaint with CONCACAF, and I sometimes have it with CAF. Can we just choose a qualifying structure? Can we just choose one and just stick with
And
it?
stay with it. Yeah, yeah.
Because in CONCACAF, we've gone, okay, we're going to do the tournament, which I don't mind the tournaments. And then all of a sudden, we went to, okay, the group winners. And then for CONCACAF year, we went group winners and then the best third place team, which basically created a situation where on the last match day, Puerto Rico and Canada were playing, and Costa Rica was just, I just need Canada to win and we'll make it through. If Puerto Rico makes it through, then we're not going to make it through. And Canada was able to best Puerto Rico on the final day. But in doing so, then Costa Rica were able to make it through, and Puerto Rico finished out just on goal difference because of they had only scored plus eights, and Costa Rica had a plus 12. When you're looking at different styles of qualifications and the like, is there one that you prefer? Do you prefer just the in style tournaments, groups, winners, then the top four, the top six, move it through? You see what Africa did here, where they just pair the teams off, home and away. If you win, okay, cool. And then next week, next window, next round, you do that. Is there a style that you prefer when it comes to qualifying for some of these youth tournaments?
Um, Both of these current styles, I don't actually like them. Like
Mm,
them, you know. I think the traditional way, where in which you phase out the weaker team to a flat number, and then you put in the final eight of good teams, split two groups, and if you want to send it as a championship, you let them play to the finals, just the same. But the top, if you are four teams leaving from a competition, top four qualifies, and obviously have a trophy to play for. That was
mhm.
always solid. I don't know why it needs to be changed when that's what that's what works at the main female qualifiers. So you just go ahead and do the same. I do believe so. You know, I don't see the necessary need to change it. I know that you would say that okay, um, you're trying to provide an avenue for things to look a little bit tricky. No, I think once people works hard, the results will show on the pitch, in my opinion. So yes,
Mm.
I do agree. I do agree that you can make some changes, and you need to make some changes to go back to that format and make sure everyone is involved. Nobody skips
Mhm.
any stage in the final eight.
No, and that's fair. I remember tracking it. One of the interesting things to watch with the U with on the women's side is I think in the last 2 years there were about 7 teams who dropped out of the competition. We even reached one point with the I think it was the U20s where Jamaica's group. It was just by the time they started playing, it was Jamaica and Dom Rep or I forget who the other team was, and they just said, "Well, we're gonna play 2 games, and
Yes, yes,
whoever
yes.
wins by
It,
aggregate goes on." And if the excuse has always been in CONCACAF, we want to make sure that teams have more playing time, that's fine. And you want to give more game action, that's fine. But sometimes I feel that in the tournament style, you once you get the teams all in one location, okay, now you do or you don't. It's tough. I think it also does show and shine a light on some federations who maybe haven't invested enough into their women's programs. Because not to say it's the same teams all the time, but you look and you hope that it's more teams and more, because the more players you get, I mean, even if you can recruit or whatever your grassroots level are, it's good to have them at these levels because it does show the level. It just show the potential of it. But it is, I would wish they would stick with one. It's the same conversation I have when it comes to African men's qualifying for the World Cup. I mean, this year it was the group winners. Last year it was the top 10, and then home and away legs. The year before that it was group winners, and the year before that was home and away legs. I At this point just decide something so I know what I need to emotionally invest into, which I
Mm-hmm.
don't mind there. When we get to, because right now we are about a half hour away. The roster is, I mean, the lineups are out, and we'll throw those up a bit. But this is an interesting, it's a low-key conversation in Canada just because there isn't a mission on the U17s. And so Kaylee Hunter wasn't named to the U17s. Kaylee Hunter right now in the brand new Canadian Women's League is second in goals, second in shots. She got a call up to the senior team, but her club didn't release her for the U17s. Now, it's interesting mainly because we saw this on the men's side and a little bit less in Mexico, right? Gil Mora was left to go for the U17s instead of joining Mexico for their friendlies. And I know there were some conversations with that as where there's more use for them. Now, for the people that I've spoken to, I've had two conversations. One is that they're surprised because the player that good wasn't let and go into the stage and be able to showcase themselves on a FIFA World Cup platform. And then on the other side, their thought process, well, they're too good for U17s. Why would you release them for that? I get what they're both saying. I think there's an undercurrent of, for Canadians, welcome to the football world where the federations don't necessarily always control things anymore now. When you have leagues, the people who pay your players are the people who have the power. And so it's kind of a rude awakening, but a welcome to this new world that we've wanted. But these are some of the things it comes with. When it comes to you, when you have a player that young who is dominant at a senior professional level, and let's be honest, that's what
Mm-hmm.
it is there benefits for having them going to a World Cup like this? Even though now there's some logistical reasons, but for you, would it be a good for a player to go to this World Cup and be able to showcase their talents? Or do you think it's better for them to stay at the club where they're playing day in, day out, getting training, getting reps there? For you, I've given you a bit of the story, but like, how do you find when you see young players coming through the ranks? Are the youth teams, the youth national teams, always a good level test for them, or do you think stay professionally, get sold, get to a better environment, then go from there?
Um, as what I've said about Mora, you saw Mora
Hmm.
for Mexico. He went to the U20s, right? He played for Mexico and he's playing in Tijuana as well. For me, I don't see any problem with that. It's more game time for the
Hmm.
kids. You keep on learning, you keep on improving. So, and Mora went to the World Cup. It never hurt his stocks. I think
Hmm.
it raises his stock. People know that he's above this level, and obviously showcasing his club that he's on that level as well. And then people got more data on you. When you're young, you need more games to get more data. More data. So for me, I can never say that players coming in and playing youth competition is a bad thing. Let me know, guys, if you just came in, please do it like button, share, and subscribe. The like actually helps the visibility. We have Chidira, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Yes, and Africans will bring the lineup on, and then we're going to discuss about the players. But definitely hit the like button. Even if you're not staying, hit the like button so we can get to build a platform. The next set of games I will be doing on my platform, but this game was definitely what Africans wanted. So we said, let me try and support Africans over here, and we do our thing, all right. But we will fully be supporting the Nigerians in the other game, all right. And this is still our place, just the same, all right. Yes. So get the likes up and let we deal with it. I was just saying that for me, I'm gonna stay on the same stance on
Hmm.
if you're a quality player and you're young, other teams will be looking at you And the more you can pad your CV, it's the best, because
Mhm.
obviously you're in professional environment. They're not going to overuse you in any game. You
Mhm.
understand me? They know how to properly use you, so they're going to give you the best amount of games that's possible. So if you can handle it, anybody can handle it. I see no problem for you not to go, rather than stay in an environment. Maybe you need a break. You're young, so maybe you need a break from the high intensity level. So dropping down to that level, showcasing that it's not by mistake, then you return back refreshed and say, okay, yes, I deserve to be in this position. So
Mhm.
that's what I think. So I'm fully up with them going to the lower level competitions and play. It's a
No,
learning
and
lesson.
yeah. No, I agree with you there. I think the one thing with it is if if it's the environment, I understand that. For a youth player jumping into a senior camp, the one concern is if you're concerned about overexposure, my response would be are they unless they're going to get inserted into the starting lineup, they're just going to be there. They'll get their 15-minute cameo in one game. Maybe they'll get two based off of that. So I think it's interesting in that sense. I do agree with you with that. So I think ultimately, when it comes down to it, wherever the player needs, I think there's nothing wrong going to it. I know some, again, from some of the Canadians I spoke to, some are saying that she's too good for the level. Others are saying not. They're surprised, but it's just this is the reality now where the clubs are controlling things. And so for them to get a little bit more used to that and find anything, I think it wouldn't have hurt her. I know the primary reason why they didn't release her is because it would have involved the end of season playoff tournament that's happening in the NSL. You don't want to lose the player for that. And in that case, I get it. It's still, though, a bit of a shock for players who are just used to, okay, this player's doing well here, so they're going to release them, right? And then it's like, oh, they weren't released. Oh, and this is also coming. Canadians right now, we might be entering an interesting second golden generation of women players, right? With the Olivia Smiths coming through, Annabelle Chukwu, who is dominant at the collegiate level. Other players, there's that next wave of players are coming, and there's the reality where we're gonna have to start getting used to players either skipping a level or not. For me, I think if you have those youth teams, there's nothing wrong with putting a player there so that they can continue to develop. Yes, at other levels, there's always something you can work on, whether it's your skill, whether it's your leadership, whatever it is. There's always something to do at a youth level. So if you can do it, by all means, do it. It wouldn't hurt the player. I know why the club wouldn't release them, but ultimately, I am fine with it. It's just kind of the where it is. I see Princeton here. Nobody too good for this level. Yes, he was balling at the yep. I think at every level you're going to have the opportunity to showcase, but at every level there comes a new challenge, right? Against professional men, and this is why you always say if you're playing in a top tier league against men where this is your livelihood, it's a different mentality versus say when we're all U17s, U20s, U23s, whatever the age group, because it's a different mindset that you're playing with, right? And so though all those things will just add layers of experience and just opportunity for the player. So while it's unfortunate we don't get to see the player here, I'm still excited for it's the next player up, right? For Canada, it's the next player up for them. What can they do in on this type of a level? And we go from there. And I'm fine with that ultimately. But it's true at every level, there's something you can get to. Guys, get your likes, get your comments in. We will go from there. Sun did mention New Caledonia played solid in U20s, which is true. OFC is starting to develop more players, right? They're saying there's even players going to Europe now, which is true. Which is true. This is happening later today. But JD, do you have a pick for who's going to win between Morocco and Argentina in the U20s?
I am going for Morocco, Argentina to have the edge, because I
Mm-hmm.
think Argentina has different styles of play.
Mm-hmm.
Morocco figured out how to get dominated by Spain and use counters to win. Get dominated by United States, use counters to win. I think
Mm-hmm.
Argentina has a mixture, and they have a very talented squad. But don't get me wrong, Morocco can win it just the same. But Argentina is the favorites because of the versatility and the quality
Yes.
that they actually have. I don't think I think it's hard for Morocco to um overthrow the abundance of skills that they can change on the field. That's what I like for them. I
Yes.
saw Spain got bullied off the ball by Colombia, got fought off the ball, and they lost their heads. I think Argentina can play like Spain, and they're not going to lose their heads because they're in South America. So they are there, and they want to take this, and I think they're going to take it. But Morocco is a very good team. Don't get me wrong.
Yes. I think Morocco, I can see Morocco stealing that game. Like
Hmm.
to me, it's a game that Morocco wins 2-1, getting dominating possession. Like it's like 70-30 possession, but Morocco wins 2-0, 2-1.
So
Or
a
it's a
repeat of the
game,
United States game.
yeah. Or it's you look at the games like, oh no, Argentina came with their boots. They came with their boots today.
Yeah,
And you look and it's 4-2, and you're like, you know what? Credit to Morocco. They fought, but Argentina were just whew.
Africans, those three forwards from Argentina, they are trying to make the senior team today.
Mm,
They ain't in any playing with nobody. All right.
no, that is true.
Yes,
That is true.
they are doing their thing. Yeah.
Mhm. But let's go here. We're about wow. This feels like the quickest and longest time we've been talking because I'm like, oh man, the game must be. Oh no, we got 25 minutes. So
Yes,
lineups. The
but
lineups are out here,
well,
and we're gonna
welcome,
pull them.
welcome to my normal build-up shows. It's a normal thing. This is a short build-up show. For
I
me, it's a
know.
1.5 hours, and I have so much things to do. By the time I'm finished, it's already started. So you need to do it more often. All right. So people
This,
show Africans some love. He's definitely doing his thing, and I really want Africans to get all the support. Vincent, thanks for being here. Hope all is well with you. I am here with Africans. Africans
mhm.
doing his thing, and he told me about this game from day one. So I wanted to show him that from your out here doing your thing, I am with you. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So FIFA has a lineup. It looks like Nigeria is in a 3-5-2, and Canada is in a 4-1-3-2. So probably a 4-4-2 diamond in that sense, or a with one holding in front. We'll scroll down and we'll talk about players. Goalkeepers, we have Elizabeth Boniface for Nigeria and Khadija Cisse for Canada. Defenders, your three defenders for Nigeria: Hannah Ibrahim, Jumaya Adebayo, and Nofisat Tijani. For Canada, we have Maya Agnes, Chloe Taylor, Bridget Matipula, and Amy Medley. Olivia Chisholm does have the band for Canada. And then in the midfield for Nigeria, all five, we have Azizat Oduntan, Moshood, Abubakar, Rotimi,
Mashoud,
and
not
then Queen
normal.
Joseph.
Yeah. Not normal.
Moo.
Adabayu,
Mhm.
Adabayu Ibrahim, Mashoud, not normal. They were always in these U20s and 17 teams. Not normal at all. Yes, and Chisholm is a very good physical human being.
Yes. It's funny when you've been watching this team for the last 4 years. You start to see
Yeah,
names. Olivia Chisholm has a sibling who's played. I think she played U20 for Canada as
yeah,
well. And
yeah.
so, and then same thing with Gabby Istaki. There's another Istaki sister out there. So it's just I don't know what those families are feeding them. I'd like to have that for my future children. Please and thank you. I need to get my kids into these levels here. Please and thank you.
Wait, in the gene pool. I
The gene
understand. I
pool.
understand.
The
The
gene
gene
pool.
pool. Yes, I heard
Oh,
people matching people not liking anybody anymore. They're matching people. When Benyama with a tall human being. I don't know what they're trying to create. The Nephilim. I'm very sorry.
at this point, Bam Adebayo and Asia are just gonna just
Asia
have a
will too.
child. Are just gonna have a child who is 6'4", and whatever sport they decide to play, it's like, okay, you're good.
6'4"? You mean they're
No,
trying
no,
to create
no. That's
Wemby 7'4"?
put it. Look, Bam has Asia right now, so they're good. Whoever Wemby is with, listen, that child better just go into
Oh God.
volleyball, just so they can live their life silently. Okay, none of this. I
Yeah.
need to make the NBA because of this. Oh my. But and then so we'll get to the front four. Nacha Chuku there, and then Olaran Waju there, and then for Canada, Lacey Kendall, Gabby Estaki, Molly Hale, Naomi Lofthouse, and Reed Tingley. So basically a 3-5-2 for Nigeria, and then a 4-1-3-2 for Canada. I've seen the joke with Canada at the youth level is they always play France and we always somehow play Nigeria. So
Mm-hmm.
it's great that we have France and Nigeria
Again,
together.
yes.
Like sand in the hourglass, so too are the days of our lives. The one thing I appreciate, this will be interesting. I think Canada at the U17s have performed a little bit better without needing to get 2 wins now to get out of their group. I think that works for them. But the thing that I will give a lot of the African countries that have played, but Nigeria specifically, are always well versed. They're always well schooled. You know what they're trying to do within the first 15 minutes, and you need to tactically decide how you're getting through it. They always walk into the game with a strategy, whether it's mid pressing, whether it's high pressing, whether it's that mid block and trapping in the middle and springing their counters. At the youth level, Nigeria have always performed, especially on the women's side. So for these Flamingos here, I am expecting a very well drilled side. I think their challenge for Canada will be is if Canada can figure it out, right? Can they figure it out? Canada played, I think, they played when on their road to qualifying. Their toughest game was against Puerto Rico. And that game was a game where it was just they finally were able to break through. They had a lot of chances, but they were able to break through. I think if I have to start talking about how I see this game going, I think Nigeria have at least a goal in them. I'm going to go with they have 2 goals in them. I think Canada, talent wise, also have multiple goals. This I don't think it's going to be a who scores first wins type of a game. I think it's going to be very similar to that
USA and Nigeria
Cameroon
game.
Netherlands
Oh,
game where it's
okay.
up and down and ends either 4-3, 3-2 type of a game. Whoever scores last, I think, takes it because I think tactically one side will be ready, and I think talent wise the other side will be good for them. So I never underestimate Nigeria at this level. They are always ready. I know it's going to be a tough game for them, and they've had
Yes.
in my roster breakdown video, they have about a group of 12 players who from the beginning of this cycle have been with the squad, right? They,
Yes. From
so about
U15s, they're there.
yeah,
Yeah.
from U15s, they've been there, U17, and then just within U17 competitions, from qualifying to pre-tournaments to friendlies, there's
Yeah.
been about 12 players. So about half the roster have been together. And so it is curious. It can work. It can also be are they all now, can all 23 be on the same wavelength? And I think that'll be the key thing to watch to see if they're able to do. But when you look at Nigeria here, what are some of the things you think they can take advantage of in this matchup against Canada?
I've seen the Canada team well, and I've seen the Nigeria team well. I think Nigeria has the traditional problems that we just saw against Argentina versus Nigeria, where in which one is just superior in technical ability and lack and less anxiety.
Hmm.
So they know the spatial awareness and they use it well. This team is slightly better on the passing, but I think that's what they're going to be struggling with because Canada can match them with the physicality, speed, and running up and down. That extra technical ability, what the Canadians them go through the amount of games they've played organized football, and they have a defined style which is much more technical, so they retain the ball much better. I do believe that you're going to see the difference between Canada. However, maybe they will miss a good amount of chances because I saw them. They could have dropped 15 and 20 a lot of times, and they ended up dropping 4 or 5 because they missed a lot of chances.
Hmm.
Nigeria is a higher level team than most of the other teams in the CONCACAF region, bar the top team, which is United States, Mexico, and Canada. Nigeria can beat any other team, right? So based off that, Canada has to be a little bit more clinical. But I see Canada coming in as the better team. As in like the more fundamentals that they have, they can match the quality of Nigeria as well, and higher level coaching. But I still can see raw talent, and they finish all 3 chances, as what someone said in the chat,
Hmm.
from Nigeria. But I think when you see creativity and patterns, I think you're going to see it from Canada way more than Nigeria. And I think that's what stalling Nigeria at this point. Just they need to have some systems with some proper coaching and put these talented kids in.
Mhm.
Because they're there showcasing their talent. They just need someone to put a structure around them. And that's why they shine so much when they go out in the world of football.
No, that's
Yeah.
true. That's very true, and I think that's something we'll keep an eye on. Vincent saying Nigeria will crack Canada in this game. We have two different predictions already. Pritchard saying Canada has a better setup, so 4-1 for Canada. Vincent saying 3-1 for Nigeria over Canada. I think it's going to be goals, and I think it's going to be one goal. I think it's a three
No,
two
no, it's
either way. I don't think
more
one team is
goals.
dominating.
Yeah, it's not going to be 1-0. Almost impossible.
Mhm,
Mashoud strikes ball from anywhere of 30 yards, and she tend to get them on target. We have Chisholm. Chisholm is a very physical individual to get
mhm,
inside the box. So I want to say between both of those players, that alone will force back defense, or
mhm.
or or Niger will not be dropping back good enough, and Canada can exploit them. So I see at least 4 to 5 goals in this game.
I would agree with that as well. I think it's going to be a fun game. I mean, we'll talk about what has come and what is coming here. I mean, if we look at the games that have happened so far, right? Brazil 3-0 over Morocco. I don't think that's much of a surprise. China 5-0 over Norway. I don't
That's
think
a surprise.
that
That's
could
still
be
a
a bit of a
surprise to me
surprise. Yeah.
because you would think Japan would be the more creative one. But you're right. You're right. China always comes with a team, so that we give
Hmm.
them their flowers. They
At
always
this
come
level,
with the team.
At
Yeah,
this
they are
level,
very good at
China,
this.
North Korea, and everyone else there are just like, yeah, it's okay. Take your wins. Italy 3-0 over Costa Rica was closer than the score showed, but Italy was just more clinical in the abundance of chances they got. This Cameroon versus Netherlands game, I did not expect it to be this because it was 2-0, and then it was 2-1, then it was 3-1, then 3-2, then 3-3, and then 4-3. This is the type of game I expect the Canada game to be. The Canada Nigeria, I think it's going to be one of those games where it's 3-2, 4-3. Whoever is on top at the end wins, which is usually the case. North Korea just were better than Mexico. That's not a surprise at this level. Japan over New Zealand 3-0, not a surprise. US over Ecuador 3-0. Ecuador had a few chances, but again, nothing too dangerous.
USA is one of the best teams.
Mhm. At this level.
Period.
So not too
Yeah.
surprised. And then South Korea drawing Cote d'Ivoire. I didn't see this. I'll watch this afterwards. This at one point this game was 3-2, France versus Samoa. And that's Canada Nigeria group. I mean, I looked at that Samoa team and said, well, I mean, that's maybe if you're trying to get out, you win that game and you're good. If they're making France struggle, then they're going to make the rest of the team struggle. Because I at this level, I see Canada and France similar at the U17 level. Maybe, and if Nigeria is close to at them level, I think they're all close. So I mean, this is the possibility. So if Samoa can, if you look at this game though, you have to be very honest though. Samoa had two shots and they were on frame. France had, according to Google, 25 shots on target. And so, I mean,
Yes, the next games might not look so good because today is the
mhm,
first game, which
exactly.
you know U17s they can close space down much better. In the other games, their legs are going to be more jaded, and the next
Mhm,
teams are going to retain their same level of standard. And Samoa is going to get punished in other games. Them you might see a easy well 11-1, 10-6-1 on those scores because
mhm,
they're just running on adrenaline because I was watching piece of the game as well. And to be honest, it should have ended way more for France. It shouldn't be a competition at all.
mhm. And if that's but if in a game like this, 25 shots on target and only 4 goals, the first thing I always look at in a game like this is what are your set pieces like? What are you doing? And this just felt like this was training. Looking at the stats, this felt like a training where they just couldn't be clinical. I always look at if you have 17 corners, you need to convert more than nothing off of them. And so if they're able to do that, if they're going to concede all those things, set pieces matter at this level. So for Samoa, I'm a good performance for them, no doubt. But we'll have to see what they're able to do as we get closer to that. Seen a few people so say good to see you as well. Nice to Dexter. Good to have you here. A Master says Nigeria is not a joke, please. We did not say they were.
No,
Rewind and check what we said. They are always prepared for
nobody
this
said.
level.
Yes,
So,
yeah. Nobody
mhm.
said Nigeria is.
Oh
I gave
no,
Nigeria
I
all
know
the
who
credit
said
on planet
Nigeria's.
Earth.
Yes, so I know who said that. So yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
I get
Oh,
where that
somebody
comes
actually
from.
said so. Okay.
So someone said that they were a quote unquote mid side. I'm like, at this level, no. At this level,
Yeah,
I've seen them make the finals.
yeah, nah,
So
nah,
I
nah.
made them see them make the semifinals. They're always structurally well suited and well gone to go. So Nigeria will always be a team that, not to say that I fear, but they're a team that will always be prepared. So you have to be on your P's and Q's to defeat them as it is. If you're
But
looking, yes, jump in.
but over the years, if you're a technical team that has good athleticism and your top team, Nigeria tend to struggle against you, because
Mhm,
I think that's always Nigeria's problem, and it's clearly
mhm,
coming from coaching, because the players' quality is up there. When they go overseas in other situations, they have excelled. So it tells me that the players are very good, and it's just who's ever coaching them not putting in the right coaching. You understand me? So
mhm.
pretty much what I'm
Yeah.
saying, if you take United States team coach and give them 4 year with their settings, when that Nigeria team comes out, United States won't beat them, because I've watched United States and Nigeria played toe to toe. But the technical ability is always superior by the top end teams, and that's what
Mhm.
Nigeria cannot close on. And I do believe that comes solely based off coaching.
No, that is true, and that's what we'll see. I mean, the time for predictions, if you haven't put it in there, make sure you put it in now. Looks like we're starting to see some.
Hmm.
If you're watching
Some
this, I
coverage.
think it's FIFA Plus has it. I've changed my VPN just to be safe, but FIFA Plus does
Yeah.
have it. So if you're looking for where to find it, you can find it there. I know if you're in Canada, they are showing it on TSN. So if you're trying to find it on television, that's there. In Africa, I'm not sure. In Nigeria, if you're trying to find it, where it would be, I can actually quickly look to see.
A good amount of crowd, yes. A lot of people
Yeah, the
came out.
crowd is
That's
there.
good. Lots of Canadians. Let me see if we're seeing any Nigerians, which I
Mhm,
think you're gonna see Nigerians.
mhm. No, most definitely. Also, for note, this is Jen Hurst is the new coach for the U17s. And so this will be. I'll be curious to see what she looks like with this group. There's a lot
Hmm.
to talk about when it comes to youth team coaches. I was very much excited to talk about um, Jasmine Mander, who was in the program, but if you recognize the name, she's one of the names involved with the drone. So right now, she's nowhere near the program right now. I don't know if she ever does, but she was a coach. I was very much excited to see her take over the U17s because at the U15 level, she did great work with those players, and you're seeing it with like the Chukwus, the Stewart twins who play for Wales now. But there's a lot of good talent that you've seen come through. But I'm curious to see how Jen Hurst does here. But guys, put your predictions in the comments here, and we'll go through them, and we'll see
And
how
guys,
it
remember
moves.
to
Yeah.
please hit the like button as soon as you come in. And we have like 40 people in the house. Please do it like one so we can get the visibility out there, because obviously we're streaming from one channel. And you subscribe over here once you're coming in. So share it and like it. It's the same place as the WeMax it, just the same, just the extension of the WeMax it. So keep supporting the platform and ask away your questions, and we try to give you to the best of our ability. Maybe you won't like some of the answers, but we are going to always remain honest, you know?
Mhm.
So something you can always check in between what we're saying. Yeah. Today,
Indeed.
danger players for Nigeria. I think Mashoud, this is our tournament to show if Nigeria should do something. I think they're gonna feed through Mashoud more than anything this time around. I honestly believe so. Got player of the year, and I think that everything is going to be rest on her based on what I know about this coach, because it's the same coach.
Mhm. And for me, for Canada, I mean, Olivia Chisholm is the name. She has the band. But I would also say I'm curious to see what a player like Reed Tingley can do. She's a little bit newer in terms of what she can do. Gabby Estaki, of course, but if there's a name, the both eights. So if you're looking for players in this game, both eights on both sides, both who are wearing their captain's armbands, both who are leading their sides, they are both interesting players. Also off the bench for Canada, Alyssa McLeod and Melissa Kekic. So 9 and 17 for Canada. I think those two could be very interesting players coming in. McLeod does have that pace, has been refining her technical ability, and Kekic has been good to get into dangerous spots for the side. So those are a couple other Canadian names to keep an eye on for this matchup as we get through. But guys, keep on throwing your predictions in as we get going. Again, if you're looking to watch this, FIFA Plus does have it. You may have to turn on that VPN, but FIFA Plus does have it right now. They are getting listed, and we are doing the anthems right now. As we're doing the anthems, actually, I had a question that I really already asked you, but let me ask you in a different way. The in CONCACAF, we have our qualifying format, which is now it looks like a group on an island. Or different countries can host basically in one location. Um, it's opened it up for more places. Like you see the Dom reps on the men's side, you saw Honduras, Bermuda, and the likes host. Do you like that ability? I think it does help build a little bit more um, ground root level and excitement for it. Are you hoping that more CONCACAF countries step up and try to host maybe their group for qualifications to kind of spread that out? Do you think that's something that you could see happening more in CONCACAF in the years to come?
I think so because FIFA has some new plans that they're trying to install, not just
Mm-hmm.
Panama and Damrep. They're trying to extend to other places, but other places need to step their levels up. So I do see coming. I think it's just taking a little while because the CONCACAF region is a hard place to deal with, especially in the Caribbean region.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to get those things going, but it's taking a while. So I'm loving that Damrep and those places started to lead the charge so other Caribbean teams can really actually follow the step of these teams. But
Mm-hmm.
I
No.
do see coming though, but not as fast as other countries, because other countries are
Mhm.
embracing things and trying to push their level of development. I don't think the Caribbean is doing it as fast.
Mm. But again, it would be good to see. And I like the idea. I know some Canadians were taught because in Canada we're complaining about World Cup tickets. I saw someone comment say we should be hosting more of these. I had a paragraph ready to respond, but then I'm like, I need to confirm the actual stadium requirements because the smallest stadium that we saw used was 8,200. So we'll kind of see what that looks like. But I think if you're in Canada or other places in CONCACAF, just hosting one group, five teams, maybe one to two closely located stadiums with good attendance, I think that would be fine. And we go there. The
Okay.
anthems are complete. Canada have just sang theirs. Everyone, the Buffon Award goes to it was probably Cisse. It was probably Cisse. But so we're here, guys. Coverage here is on FIFA Plus. We'll be providing you some play-by-play as it goes through. Let's see if I can get my radio voice on here. All right, everyone. All right, so we have that going on. We'll see what happens. How FIFA has them lining up. Actually,
I'm
I'm
gonna see
wondering
if
how
we can
FIFA has
find
lined up.
all other play-by-plays if this one
Hmm.
is not running. But I think it should be running by the time it starts. But I'm gonna check others though.
Hmm.
Yes, score.
So yeah, Nigeria right now is still in that 3-5-2. So that is how we had shown it on the FIFA website. That's how they are listed. Mashoud as your deep lying midfielder with Chisholm and Kouassarat up top, 13 and 14 are your strikers. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you throw in your predictions onto this game. If you're from Canada, tell me where you're coming from. If you're supporting Nigeria, tell me which player you're excited to see, both sides, and we go from there. We got team photos happening on both sides on the pitch. And where are the refs from? This is actually okay. So we have the refing team are Puerto Rican as the fourth official, two Spanish. Okay. So a Spanish speaking group. So we'll see how they are able to handle that. I haven't had too many issues with the refereeing so far. So we'll see how that looks. For Canada, they're in their 4-1-3-2. So they're effectively 4-1-3-2. Naomi Lofthouse and Reed Tingley are your nines, with Molly Hale, Gabby Stocking, Lacey Kendall as your attacking midfielders. Olivia Chisholm is your deep lying midfielder, with Medley, Taylor, Matipula, and Angus as your back four. And as I said earlier, on the bench, Alyssa McLeod and Melissa Kekic are two names I am very much curious to see. Julia Murray and is actually a new name. She's coming from, I believe, a soccer club in Georgia. So I'm curious where they were coming. Are we watching it here? Because this is FIFA, if I throw this onto the screen, it will get this blocked. So then you'll have to go somewhere else. What I am saying is, if you have the ability, FIFA Plus is playing the game. We're just going to provide play by play and some commentary as it's going. So, Marco, we will do our best, and in Yogai, we'll do our best to kind of show and tell you what's happening, but we won't be showing it here as it goes, because if we do that, we'll just get striked, and then you'll have to go somewhere else. So, if you don't mind my beautiful voice, and JD as well, we'll be along the way with you. Send you the link for FIFA Plus. Not a problem. I will put that in for you.
Yeah, the pitch is very good. The pitch looks
Yes.
good.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
obviously, it's a FIFA game, so I expected that.
there is a standard, yes, for pitch. This is, I'm curious with how it is. It is a training facility. So guys, we've just put the link for FIFA Plus in 3 times. You may have to put on a VPN depending on where you are, but that game is where it is showing, and that's officially with FIFA. So as we go, we're going Canada are going left to right, Nigeria building from right to left, ball setting over the middle, Canada able to get it through, passing through, but Nigeria intercepts. Nigeria working their way to the side, trying to pass, but a poor pass, and move forward for Canada, who are trying to move forward. A little bit of physicality. Both sides are physical sides, so I don't think we could see a parade of yellows, but I think both sides are adept physically. There will be shoulder tackles aplenty here. Here we have Canada with the ball, building on the right side, passing it
Oh,
back.
my mine was slow.
Oh,
Okay,
yours was
I'm
slow?
just up to speed. Yes, I'm just
Okay.
up to speed.
All right.
Exactly as what we expected.
Perfect.
Kind of
Perfect.
started to try and dominate the ball
Mhm.
itself.
Indeed. Canada now passing out wide. Out. Now we have Canada building up on the left, cutting inside, moving, looking. We have
Wonderful pass there, Canada.
nice.
And this is a
Yes.
dangerous position if she puts it in. Let's see if Night Adebayo can't stop her. She's gonna put it in. She's inside the box. This could be 1-0. And it is 1-0.
It is
It is 1
immediately.
0. Nigeria have not touched the ball, and it's
And
just 1-0. 1-0.
1-0 for
Yes.
Canada. The My
Just technical
citizenship is
ability.
pride. My channel is feeling away about it. But Canada are up 1-0.
It is it is not, we have to call it as it is. It's not the talent level. I think
Mhm,
these girls are very talented. It is just the coaching level. Like the fundamentals are just not there with and on the higher level. That's what I've said.
mhm.
You understand me? On
Indeed
the
it
higher
is.
level, and that's what I was. That's why people need to listen to us when we are breaking down games. I know
I
it's
do
gonna
agree.
translate. You know.
So
So let's
Gabby
see if
Estaki
Nigeria
gets the
can
first goal for Canada. Yes.
where we can see Nigeria getting back in the game is to do like Colombia against Spain, the
Yes.
frustration of the physical play, and see if and Canada is a team that can keep their heads together. That is also a part of the game. So the game won't be the game wouldn't end here, people. But let's see if Nigeria has more craft to them to get Canada out of their game, because playing football for football, I don't think is a match like passing football.
Indeed.
Are they
And,
checking to make sure the goal is cleared?
yep. So they're checking.
Guys,
I
we have
think.
100 people
Yep.
here. Please do the like button, share, and subscribe. All right. All right, it looks like it's going to be given, and play will start. Nigeria should be on the ball. Let's see what Nigeria could do now to them. All right.
Hmm.
I suggest wing plays they're gonna go with to move it a little bit faster. All right. Nigeria move it to the right hand side,
All right, so they
changes
go.
it to the
Yes.
wing, as what we had
Yeah.
said. And the break is happening over the wing, but a poor pass there, and Nigeria got caught. But good recovery there from Nigeria, puts it over the top, and the keeper should claim this. And indeed, she seizes out for a goal kick.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think wing plays are the only possible ways for them to get themselves some confidence.
No, and I think that's how you
Now,
have to look at them. I think if they're a little bit better, if they're going to try to play the game and put the ball into space, they need to spread Canada out a little bit more than that.
hmm
Because if
hmm
Canada sitting back defensively are disciplined enough, you can get them if you try to attack their center backs just direct and make them have to choose. But they need to
hmm
make Canada play the whole pitch versus just their
poor back
half.
pass here from Canada. This could be caught out, but Canada got
Yes.
away with it. Don't let them pass. Oh my God, Canada will punish you right here. Poor pass again from Nigeria, and Canada breaking over the right hand side, and this should have acres of space, and she's going to go for the
Mhm.
lob pass over the top, and this is a trace. Adebayo should be dealing with this good enough, and yes,
It puts it
indeed,
out. Yep.
Ibrahim, I should say, which is a nice player.
No, it is definitely. And I think for them, yeah. So for Canada, they are comfortable, but I don't think they are used to how much Nigeria are actually. How am I forgetting the word? They are very much surrounding players quickly and just getting to the ball there. So they have to be a little bit aware. If you're Nigeria, if you keep enough pressure around, you can turn them over with some passing, and then that would probably open up. But for Canada, 1-0, if they only have to defend their half, they will be fine.
Speed here getting in behind,
Oh,
collision, and a
good
corner
clearance.
coming up for Nigeria. This is the only way they can get something for the game. The wing
Mhm.
transition, as what we said. But good work there from Nigeria. Good try.
Indeed. So now we have a corner coming for Nigeria. They do have the pace. These
Yes,
are I
they do
think
have the pace.
they're athletically very similar sides. It just comes down to their execution now. And Canada have
Yes,
executed
and
their one chance.
and what you said, keep the pitch wide and spread the ball wide. Keep it
Yes.
wide to the line is the best opportunity they have. And
Mhm.
Nigeria lost it, not even got a chance to put the corner in. Recovery here, and Nigeria back on the ball. Good 1, 2, 3 through the middle. A little bit too slow though. And she got it off. Got a shot off. Nothing really came of it, and it's back to Canada.
Mhm.
They're eye pressing, but they're not closing down fast enough. And
Yes.
Canada Canada is like a second behind ahead of Nigeria at all
They are,
times. But a poor
yeah.
pass here from Canada. Let's see if Nigeria can punish them.
But again,
Uh,
like Nigeria aren't out of this. They are swarming well, but they need
mhm.
to make Canada play the whole pitch when they have the ball because they have the pace to get past them. But right now, Canada have just been better at executing. They're just a little bit on the ball. They're a step too slow, a little bit.
All right, so the close downs are actually working for Nigeria a little, as what African says, but they have to be very much careful because it looks like every time Canada passes through that close down, it's going to be a one-on-one. All right, they
Hmm.
are closing down now. Canada puts it over the top. Don't get the first bounce. Are wonderful. Ibrahim deals with that well, puts it up in the middle. So you see the same thing that I said, the Africans get
Yep.
into the faces and try get as physical as possible. I think that's the only route, and they're taking it, and it's looking good for them. A shot here on target, and keeper saves it well. So a good retaliation here from Nigeria. Nothing clear, but at least they are showing that they can cause some problems. I do think when Canada gets through the middle, it's going to be a little bit problematic. Good 1-2 here, interception again. Get the shot off. Get the shot off. Mashoud, get the shot off, and it's blocked.
Hmm.
And this is where I fear the breakout. But Nigeria doing so well with the breakouts to slow down Canada. But anytime they break out, Nigeria looks like they don't have anybody. You know?
Yeah. It feels very last ditch-ish, but I think what's
Yes,
working
yes.
for them here is, again, Nigeria are swarming the ball quickly, not giving Canada. If they give Canada time to actually set up that next pass, they will get eaten alive. So swarm them, make them rush. Eventually, that'll turn into your head, and then you'll be
Long
playing
shot here
faster than
from
what you are.
Mashoud. Ooh. Nothing up. I just saw a
No,
long shot and
unfortunately.
I thought it would have been one of them top bins, because that's what we pick her for.
Mhm,
Nigeria still trying to close down. Canada sticking by their passing football passes through Nigeria's line. They are going to keep it in the middle because they want to drag Nigeria's closest to them so they
mhm.
can pass the ball in the back of the net. Beats one, beats two. Canada trying to come through the middle. Good touch again from Ibrahim. And let's see. Poor again from Nigeria. And it's back to Canada. Working through the middle. Let's see how long Nigeria can keep this high press going. Canada work through the middle and can't control. So it's back to Nigeria in the middle. Wonderful work there from Nigeria.
They are
And they are
definitely
on the
taking
counter
over this
now.
thing.
Puts it in
Yep.
the box. No, poor cross. And it's back to Canada. At least make Canada work for the plays. You're getting the ball, but you're just giving it back to them because they're not really in control of the ball itself. But good attitude after losing the goal. Canada so confident, passing a poor back pass here, but Nigeria can't latch onto it. And this could be a counter starting by Canada. She beats one, she beats two, she beats three, and she got brought down.
Wow.
Oh
Yep.
my. Who is that girl from the back? She looks solid. That
Yeah, that's
defender.
Matipula. That's Matipula coming in
Yeah,
at one of their. Yeah, she's good.
she looks solid. She looks solid and composed on the ball, like she thinks she's Del Piero. She thinks she's Del Piero from
Well,
centre back.
the thing is, like, and what I'm seeing with Canada, they need to start moving a little bit faster, right?
Hmm.
It's like they're a half step too slow. If they react a little bit faster, I think they could start to pass and move, because the more they are playing, and it's a style of how you've played versus players, and this is where Nigeria can get back in. The more they swarm, the more they'll actually feel like they have to move faster. Then they'll be more prone to mistakes. But right now for
Yeah,
Canada,
but
I think.
but I think Canada is passing through Nigeria relatively easy. So I think
Mhm,
as you said, apply the speedier passing, and
mhm,
it will be a no contest. So we have to make it a contest. So I don't want Canada to pass the ball that fast. That means they would have been a professional team. You understand me? Because they are already looking very good,
mhm.
very good. You know.
True.
But I
Moving
agree
the
with you.
ball,
I agree
yeah,
with you.
yeah. But in that sense, moving the ball quickly versus passing the ball quickly are two different things, right? If you're passing, the notion is you know what you're doing. If you're just moving it, you don't want to get chipped. And this is where, like you said, if Nigeria can get a little bit more physical with them, then their touch isn't looking too good early in this game. And if they're not careful, they'll get burned by one of those. So for Canada, they need to get another goal just to be able to breathe a bit. And for Nigeria, just keep on swarming and they'll be in this game.
Yeah. All right, guys. We have 150 now. Thanks everyone for coming in. Please do it, like button, share, and subscribe. Give your thoughts on what you're seeing in the game so far. Yes, but Nigeria is making it as competitive as possible. Everyone expected Canada to be the favorites because Canada football and United States football, they are two of the best in the world. You understand me? In all
True.
levels, football.
Hmm.
So the fact that Nigeria is trying to put a fight up, that's good. Interception here in the deeper half, whips across, missed everyone. Nigeria gets it on top of the box, and Nigeria gets a shot over the top. Nice. So
Mm,
the physical play causing some problems to Nigeria there. But once they get it on the ground, keep it off the ground a little, Nigeria. Because once it's on the ground, it looks like Canada is way more superior. So if you get them a little bit flustered, it looks like that's the way the avenue you have back in the game, you know?
indeed. And I think for them, it's just Canada passing, though they've looked good, they haven't looked as confident with it. And so keep on swarming
Canada
Nigeria.
break in.
Yep,
All
there
right,
it is.
closer don't know. Ibrahim, good defending here.
Defending.
Throwing deep in the half for Nigeria. This is where I want to see how Nigeria deals with it now because we saw
Yep.
Nigeria in the attacking area. All right. Mayowa, no, this is Africans channel. But Africans told me about the game, and I said, out of respect, Africans is a Canadian, African, Ghanaian, you know. So he said that he wants the game, and we said we are gonna do it over here. I remember Africans work with me
Okay, cross
always, you know,
coming
man.
in.
You
Well,
know?
deflection,
Yeah,
but
so
back to the
Mayo was
goalkeeper. Yeah.
subscribed over here as well. This is Africans channel, and he fires me here and there, but he rehired me today, so I am back for
I
today.
fired
So
him.
subscribe and support
Please.
him. All right.
I fired him as if I'm not on the payroll. Please. Please. Oh, but again, Nigeria defending haven't been bad, but just the bounces of this game are so off. As long as Nigeria keeps swarming, they can get back into this game. And for Canada, though they've been passing, they need to pass better in this game.
Yes, I agree. Agree. Nigeria have to do a little bit better, 1000%. But Nigeria gets it on top of the box. A little bit slow, got pushed off, but they're still on the box. They're gonna take a long shot, and that's too wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, the link is not working. Link is not working. I think it's just FIFA is the best place to go and really look at it. So FIFA Plus should be the one place. Just type it in yourself in your Google FIFA Plus, and then you go to the games. They're going to show you the games, and then it will tell you if you require a VPN. All right.
hmm Yeah, because I'm looking at other sites
All
and
right.
it doesn't look like we're getting it there. So it might just be FIFA for that or a local broadcaster.
So
If you're in Canada, it
so
is on
African
TSN. Yes.
are you okay with the high press from Nigeria and Canada still trying to pass the ball out of the back, even deep? You don't think they should go a little bit longer? You think Nigeria could catch them off
Yeah,
right?
they
Or
will.
you don't think so?
They will. They will catch them because Canada haven't been very clinical with their passing. And so if Canada still wants to build up from the back and their passing isn't
Nigeria
on
breaking
point,
inside the box. Oh, that's terrible,
Matipula,
man.
what did you
Good
do?
opportunity there from
Oh,
Nigeria, and they did a very poor mistake.
if she had all that space and she tried to shoot immediately.
Yeah,
Oh,
just whip it across the face of the goal. So that means you can have some confusion and maybe even a own goal. She just
mhm.
goes straight for goal and sold all our partners short. So
Mhm.
remained 1-0 Canada, but very good
But yeah,
promising look from Nigeria.
did you just see that build up where Canada tries to pass it and then they say has to clear it just because there's no one there? They're passing as if they're playing a side that doesn't have pace. And Nigeria
Yeah,
has
yeah.
pace. And so if you're Nigeria, like if Canada's gonna keep doing that, then by all means keep trying to pass because we're going to get one eventually. That's how I would treat it if Nigeria. Just keep pressing because if they just want to keep doing that, that's on them. But what Canada should do, like you did say, is go a little bit deeper and go direct in that sense. I know they want to build, but they need to go direct because they haven't been convincing with their passing.
Yeah,
For
show something else. The link is not working. Hello, Ali. It is the official link for the game.
if you're in
It's
the
literally.
states, although I you may Fox Sports may have it there. I know that they usually have the FIFA tournaments there. In Canada, it's there. I am on FIFA Plus in Canada, but then I'm also on a VPN, so that is how I am watching it here. So you may have to hop on a VPN to do that, just to get a little bit access there. To give you some, the easiest one, there's a Chrome one called Browsec, BROWSEC. Get that and then switch it to somewhere in Europe, and that'll work for you. If you guys are looking for that, because that's how I am doing it. I'm using a VPN. It's a free plugin, and then we're watching it from here as we go through. Throw in for Nigeria, working on the right side, but comes down nothing. Angus gets through, and throw for Canada.
You know what I think they are doing? They think that Nigeria cannot sustain this, so they are
Yeah,
continuing what they are doing.
but yeah,
But
it's
maybe
yeah.
Nigeria can punish them in the time. Ooh, that's a dangerous play. Referee, secure the players. Wonderful work here from Canada. Wonderful 1-2 from Canada here. Could be very dangerous. Good recovery in Nigeria. Mashoud, Mashoud, the pass got blocked out.
Hmm.
Ibrahim works it wide, resets. Good composure there from Ibrahim. Sprint, yes, turns and drop it on your centre back. Tajani looks and go back in space. That's where the problem lies now.
Yeah.
You just want to run down the line. That is so limited.
And then eventually try to. And I mean, we're almost 20 minutes into this game. If this game ends this way, I mean, Canada gets the win, but Nigeria just
Oh, almost. No, it's not going to end
unfortunate.
this way. It's
No,
going to open
yeah,
up. It's going to open up big time. Almost a penalty given just a while ago,
yeah,
because she slipped. She slipped early. So um, number 13 over the left hand side really causing kind of problem. Good interception here. Let's see if Nigeria could do something with it. Mashoud works it wide. Whip it in early. She's gonna whip it in early. This is a good ball from the penalty spot, and it's cleared. Canada defending very well, but they just want to pass the ball out of their half in the back of the net, and that cannot
yeah.
work. Nigeria ain't a small team. You can't disrespect Nigeria like that.
And yeah, like I said before, it's not necessarily that it's a small side. It just they're playing as if they won't get punished, and they will get punished because their passing hasn't been crisp. They're passing, they're building off as if they're a passing team, which they are, but not that good. They're not that good of a passing team. Like if we're going to compare
Hmm.
them to like likes of the Spain, they're not Spain passing because Spain are quicker and crisper. Right now, Canada are passing the spots, but they are a little bit slow with them, and that's going to get them in trouble as it goes. Right? Another bad pass. Again, another turnover with their passing and a throw in for Canada. So the early goal came from Canada getting the ball out wide. They drove the byline and then
Yeah, it looks
all.
like they're trying to speed the ball up. No, I think maybe
Hmm.
they are trying to get regularized with the field itself. Maybe that
Hmm.
was the struggle. Just saw the sequence in which they're passing ball very fast, but they slowed it down on recovery here from Nigeria.
But Nigeria are very much swarming in their press, and they're not giving Canada
Hmm.
too many options. To be honest, there are options there, but they're both not finding them, and they've been poor. So yeah, it was in the first minute of the game.
Oh.
Canada got up, but then here we are, Nigeria building on the left hand side.
Rotimi has to do a little bit better. Mashoud looks the most composed player on the
Mhm.
team. Everyone, every time they need to be composed, they tend to be going into just activities. When you
Mhm.
need to recycle, get Canada into the right position. Yeah, so I don't think Nigeria is being threatening. They're getting in the isolated areas, but they ain't doing anything because they're just being emotional, rather than
Yeah.
playing to the plan. Mashoud is the only one I'm seeing playing to the plan. Work it wide. She's going to take the long shot. You just know that from 35 yards,
Yeah.
you have 15 players. You mean you have 11 players realistically, but I'm saying you have a lot of players. Don't take that shot, man. Take your time.
Yeah.
You give it back to Canada. You have to play with more football and not emotional.
Well, I wouldn't even say that it's emotional, but it's just like if you look at like FIFA right now, Canada have had one shot and one shot on
Hmm.
target. This game feels as
Yes,
if it's been dominated by Nigeria, not because they've been the better possessing time, but just Canada haven't been strong passing. But when they get those opportunities, they have not been very, yeah, like
and Africans, I'm telling you, it's serious problems, and Nigeria's in serious problems. Once Canada gets it right, and they just got it right just a while
yeah,
ago. See, they speed it up right there, and Nigeria can't do nothing about it at all. Just their runs need to be all right. So, and that was not an offside. That's a full onside. Terrible call. That's a
Hmm.
full onside for Canada. So they did everything right there, and it's a poor offside. So they have it in them, Africans. They have it in them to pull the passes. It's
Yeah.
night and day with the passing quality. Taking a billion shots without actually knowing what you're doing, I can't give you credit for that. I want to see Mashud gets on a ball, and I think you're going to see the big difference when she gets on a ball because she looks like the one that will take a little extra time and think.
Yep.
And she will punish Canada if she gets the chance. Others are rushing the game a little bit too much.
Yeah, it does feel that way as it goes. But right now, I mean, Nigeria, if you look at the stats of this game, Nigeria have had more shots on target, but Canada's had the one quality chance and they've buried it, and it's 1-0 Canada.
And how the passing looks, how the number of passing looks.
The passing look,
Nigeria,
yeah, let me take
Canada
a
is
look.
way ahead of Nigeria in the passing.
They should be. Let me see if they have it here.
Completed passes, because that's what you will see who wins out. We need at least two good shots from Nigeria.
That
Throwing
they
through the
do.
middle here, poor back pass, but she's in an offside position, so it's back to Canada. Canada will go long. First ball through the middle goes back to Nigeria. Nigeria resets to the right hand side. Good 1-2 here. Good turn. Get a pass in through the middle. Wonderful. Nigeria coming down the right hand side. Cuts back in. Resets. That's nice. Puts it inside the box. It was not going to go. Cleared it, Canada. Back to Nigeria. Slip here. But Nigeria 1-2. Left hand side. Trying to get inside the box. And played it in. It's cleared by Canada. And it's back to Nigeria. Play on the halfway line. And a break here almost cost out Nigeria, but Nigeria retains the ball. That's nice. Nigeria getting a few more passes. This is what I want to see. Poor pass here from Nigeria. Gave it straight back to Canada. And referee says continue playing. So referee not calling anything. They're letting a lot of things slide.
Oh, referee clearly has a dinner reservation for some nice North African fish, apparently. So good for them. Good for them.
She's letting everything slide. To be honest.
That's my one thing. She's been consistent, so I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
no complaints yet.
Now Canada passing to the middle. Oh, poor extra long pass there. That two-stage pass, Canada seems to can't get it correct. Like every single time they just want that one pass needed to be correct, and they're through Nigeria, they can't get it correct.
Mm. No, that I agree with. But
Oh,
Nigeria,
good
like,
skill here from Canada. Poor pass though. Gave it straight back to Nigeria inside the box, and it's cleared. Now Canada is such a monster inside the box. They are so tall.
they,
Nigeria, I think you have to keep the ball on the ground because they are so tall. They're towing over the Nigerian forwards.
yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be hard for you to get the header.
But for whatever reason, they're not. They get the ball to 35 feet, and the first thought is, well, let's just woof this and hope. And they don't need to. Like, they are quick.
Thank
Like,
you. That's what I was talking about. Yes, the
they,
hope. Like you what you need, you know what to do, not hope. You understand me? You know
mm,
when you see Canada, they're purpose driven. They know what they're doing, and they're
they,
sticking to that task. It
true.
doesn't seem
And
that Nigeria knows what they're doing when it reaches to the final third. It's like they are the ones doing whatever comes up and hope everything goes together. That's
no,
what I
I would,
want to see
yeah.
fixed.
No, I would agree. And Canada just if they can get the second pass, I feel like everything opens up for them. Just get the second one, please, ladies. Uh, I know you can.
But so far, Nigeria keeps their energy up, and they're causing problems for Canada, but nothing in and around the goal. Nothing in and around the goal. just they are just being busy. So instead of them alone being tired, you're gonna get Canadian being tired because they're doing work as well. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
seeing, but nothing threatening to the goal as yet. And that's what me and Africans were actually discussing. It's like this the final touches ain't any plan. It's just
Hmm.
like whatever comes, we're working with that. A corner, let's see if they can create something from this corner. All right, the corner comes low and poor corner. The follow up goes back in, poor again, and second touch, Canada gets it, but Nigeria intercepts. Nigeria coming back on the left hand side again, and the same clueless ball again, just put it in there, it and hope, and it's just back to Nigeria again, and they're gonna hit and hope again,
Oh,
and
oh,
it what
one
it and
one.
hope again, and the it and hope works. The keeper spills it, and Nigeria taps it in. So 1-1, 1-1.
I
I don't know what took place there. I don't know if it's a
it
collision or what.
Yeah, long shot that the goalie couldn't get. Looks like the field's a little bit slick, so she is not able to hold it. Cisse isn't able to corral it.
Hold on, hold on. All right, that's onside.
Yeah, Matipula keeps
Yeah,
her
that's
on.
definitely onside. That's
Yeah,
goalkeeping error. Goalkeeping error there.
yeah,
1-1 people, 1-1 goalkeeping error.
indeed.
Because she was onside, the defender was onside, keeping them onside. So it's just the goalkeeper couldn't save the ball, keep the ball, and good work. Because I don't even know if she put that goal in. I don't even know if she put a goal. I think it might hit off the Canadian defender.
It was a deflection because she tried to clear it, but it
Yes,
probably went off her,
yes. It
the
looks like
goal scorer.
it goes off the forward. You think it goes off the
Yeah.
forward? Okay, yeah.
Regardless, I mean that's the story of this half. It's just clearance back to
Chaos.
Nigeria.
I said try to create chaos. That's the only thing, but I'm not so comfortable with the chaos. It doesn't seem organized. So I don't know if it can continue for the whole game.
I don't know if it can, but the one thing that if you're Nigeria, you're swarming them and they are actually and they're turning them over. Canada's had one opportunity. If Canada could build out if Canada get their second pass, maybe they look a little bit more dangerous. But right now,
Hmm.
what Nigeria is doing is working because Canada passing, though they're passing, they haven't been passing well.
Okay.
Now we're waiting for checking. I'm wondering for what.
It's a goal.
Yeah, I don't see.
Unless it's a foul inside the box, but I think it should be a goal. Just let it play.
Yep, and we're on
Yeah, yeah,
1-1. Yep,
let it go.
and we're on.
1-1. 1-1.
Oh, looks like Nigeria's found their second wind.
I got kicked and missed everything just a while ago. Yeah, ZV 1-1. 1-1.
Yeah.
1-1. Yes, 1-1, guys. 1-1. Nigeria. Try to be as physical as possible. Canada struggling to deal with it. I would just say just a second ball, second double stage pass, letting them
Mhm.
off the hook. They got a lot of entries, but they just never took them because of the poor pass and those clearances on top of the 18 that they're giving back to Nigeria. Interception again, Canada. Canada breaking acres of space, but good recovery again from Nigeria.
I don't know why you don't start McLeod unless you really like. I don't think they have the foot speed for this type of a team, but hey, we wait and we see. Nigeria have tied it up. Angus gets a pass through, breaking two.
Their passes
Okay.
are good, man. Africans. I don't know what you say. Maybe it's not coming off every single time, but the pass is nice, man. Good one,
Matipula
two here from
sniffs that
Nigeria.
out.
But it's back to Canada. That's what Canada want Nigeria does. That just try to pass the ball and then Canada will take it from them.
Yeah. Faces, turning. She drives, but no one there. Chisholm gets it, but back to
Niger
Nigeria.
and they're rushing it.
Mhm.
ZV said the girls are. That's what I said at first. I think Nigeria girls are good. They just need better coaching. You know,
Mhm.
fundamentals. You know. 1 second, Africans. I'm going to pick something. Let me
Okay.
close my windows.
All right, Nigeria with some skill on the line tries to send it down, but looks like it's gonna go out for a goal kick, and it does. 1-1. We're in the 34th minute. Yes, ZV, that is correct. ZV, that is correct. It is showing on FIFA Plus. I've put the link there. It should be working in all territories. I'm using the VPN just to be safe, but this link should have the game for you. As we go, Canada has the ball holding up, a little bit physical. Will they give a foul? And Canada wins a foul in the attacking half. This game feels like it's been in Canada's half for since the goal. So Tingley draws the foul. Looking like we're gonna have a deep. Looks like we're gonna have a deep set piece here for Canada. Let's see where they can put the ball in. I still think they can go short if they want to, and it goes deep. Ball headed away. No one to win the second ball, and Nigeria now sends it up. But Matipula puts an end to it for now. Ball headed back. Nigeria looking to pass their way through, and we are back in Canada's half. It's been a familiar place, JD. I feel like I've been here all this game.
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria now building out, moving to the left hand side, trying to move it down the line, able to do so. Matipula with a nice slide tackle, and Nigeria wins another corner. Another corner for Nigeria.
So I guess you're right when you said they are not Spain or they want to play. You know, they have to mix their athleticism with their playing style because they're not the fully elite passing. You know, yeah.
Well, yeah, but like you said, that the second pass everywhere. It's just the first one. Okay, there's you can't build up if you can't string passes.
Yeah, back post and it's over
And
the bar.
over the
And
net,
referee's
another
gonna give a
corner.
next corner.
Yes.
Mhm. So good work from Nigeria to keep frustrating them. So let me see how good Canada is, or they will work their way into figuring out Nigeria. Obviously the passing is the right way, but the double stage pass is not coming off. So they need to figure a way how to get them done. You know, and it's looking like a challenge.
That it is. And going short on these corners, if they're gonna go short on these corners, play it out wide, then play it low, play it into the box. Then they've already shown that Canada, they've been able to get Canada off on their passing. So don't try to be cute. Just put it in and get your mistake if that's what you're going for. And for
Mm,
Canada, a second pass, please. We would love it.
That's what I'm saying. The level of out of control they are, believe me, things are just going right because it's going wrong. So it's hard for me to look at the organization, and
Mhm.
yeah, and think it's a plan. I know it's not a plan. It's
But it's the
a
thing
tough
we said
style.
earlier. Sometimes at this level, you just have to be quicker to the ball. And right now, that's what Nigeria have been.
Yeah, agree. 100% agree. I would love to see Mashoud taking over the game a lot more and at least be the one that's making some actual,
Mhm.
composed passes and stuff. Look at that good turn from her here. You see the difference when she is on
Yeah.
the ball, and look at the creativity and put it to the box and create all sorts of out there. That is in control. And Nigeria looks like a much better team, but after that, it goes to someone else that is not in control. And there's an easy clearance there from Canada.
And another low cross cleared. And then just
A break here coming for Canada. A break here coming for Canada. Pretty much inside the box. And this could be two. Oh, she missed the empty goal.
like even the seagull is confused. Ah, even that should have been 2-1. Stocky with that should have been 2-1, but
Yes,
hey,
just get it on target and it would have been a goal. But she failed to get it on target.
this I didn't have one side being dominant in possession and the side with the least amount of chances winning the game as on my bingo card. But Nigeria have to be careful because for being 1-1, they have been a bit wasteful. And Canada just can't string passes together for whatever reason.
The real
Yep.
Leo, yeah, Nigeria
Yeah, we
playing
know.
their style. Their style is just not on the eyeball good, because it's got more confused. Like it's just cause chaos. They are not in control. We never said they are not doing good. We kept saying Nigeria doing good. We're just saying that it's not um, the traditional way, like Canada. You can see when they make a pass, their intent is to make that pass,
Hmm.
and that's why Nigeria cannot do better based off the lack of ability to be in control. They would have dominated the game if they had the better in control play with the amount of ball that they have. That's what we're pretty much saying. No, man, we think that they're doing as best as possible with Canada coming forward. Ibrahim, don't play with this. All right, don't play with this. Wonderful. Ibrahim looks like a next good player as well. I like
Hmm.
Ibrahim. She composed. She was always nice before. Mashoud, wonderful here. Not Mashoud on the ball. Good strength here. Brushed off one. Let's see if she can get a pass. No, she can't. And it's back to Canada. Look, you see what I'm saying? Look how Canada
Yep.
had that intent to make that pass. And even though it never came off well, you saw it goes to the next person because they're
Yep.
organized and set for the play. That's what we're saying. The real that's what we were saying, and that's why football always favor those people because things don't happen an accident. It happen with hard work. You understand me?
Hmm.
So if you know what you're doing, more likely 9 out of 10 you're gonna get it right than wrong. Yeah. So if Nigeria, that's how we say you come back down to coaching tactics and stuff from Nigeria, and they would have been a better team. It was never about talent. It was about information over a period of time. 41 minutes in the game. This
Indeed.
game is flying.
it's
Damn.
both flying and it's both flying and eventfully uneventful.
Over the
It,
top here, Canada breaking. She's gonna cut back. Okay. Oh, she's still on the ball. Okay,
mhm.
and there should be a throw in for Nigeria. Oh yeah, that should be Nigeria's ball. Oh, they said Canada's ball,
Hey,
but it
right now,
goes this
I'll
direction.
take a break right now, JD. I'm taking every break I can take.
Okay, yeah, because I think normally they would have said the direction that it goes if it's not a deflection,
Hmm.
and she was going this direction. The ball went that way, so it should have been Nigeria ball based on the trajectory. That's what I thought, but they said poor touch there from Nigeria, and the ricochet took it back in favor of Nigeria right there, but it's back to Canada. Poor touch there from Canada again, and they
Hmm.
recovered. Guys, remember to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. An export touch from Nigeria, gave it back to Canada. Canada clips it back to Nigeria, so Nigeria will be building from the back. Ibrahim works it wide here to the left hand side, and a poor touch from Nigeria gave it back to Canada, but good recovery there from Nigeria, and this is should be a free kick. Oh, they're gonna say that Nigeria went outside, but that should have been a foul for Nigeria. Referee, I god damn man. But let me leave the ref alone. And the ref will be talking to the coach, Nigerian coach on the sideline, getting upset about a foul. I thought it was a foul as well. I thought it was a foul there. You know, and some of the calls on the ref is bad because it's a foul, it's a slide tackle. No, what you call the ball never went outside.
I don't know anymore.
That's a terrible call. The ball
And
never
there it
went
is.
outside.
44
Or
minutes in. You're a
they gave a
bad
free kick to
referee.
Canada. Or they gave a free kick to Canada. Okay. I don't know that's possible, but
Listen, at this
it's outside. That ball is outside, and she said continue play. And Canada is on the ball. A square pass is there if she can get it. Nigeria would be dead there, but she good defending from Nigeria. Super, super play there from Canada. Yeah, you have to do that for the entire game. Yeah, 1-2 there on top. If she pass the ball back again, square pass is there. If she make the square pass, it's a problem. Nigeria trying to close down and on ball. Good play there. Nice game. Much better competitive game than what I thought. You know.
it I still think that 3-2 for someone is still in play because
Yes. No,
bounces
no.
at this
Your
point, bounces.
scoreline looks more correct. You know.
Yeah.
Sadna, how you doing, man? Thanks for being here. We're here watching some U17s, an African team, Nigeria playing Canada. You know, our Canada as well. So both of our teams from the region, you know. Yeah, so we have to watch it. We got to watch it.
Have to.
Yes.
A draw
I
isn't
almost
terrible
forgot the
here, but
game.
yeah.
I'm telling them that I almost forgot the game. So we have to give credit to Africans. You know, you remembered. Yeah. Yeah.
This is
Because
true,
I
but
was watching so much games and the drama in the Premier League. Oh my God, I don't even know who will win the Premier League. The only thing I know it's not going to be Arsenal.
oh
It
well, I
can't
mean,
be. Can't
I
be.
know for certain that it won't be Wolves, okay? So Sheffield Wednesday, we'll see you next year, okay? This time next year we'll be there. Okay?
Turn. If you cut back there, she will never be nowhere in sight.
2 minutes of additional time here. Again, just not able to string passes. I don't
Hmm.
know if the 1-3 in the midfield is helping them. It may help them to have a partner for Chisholm here. Because you're pushing that many players that forward. You're not helping your build up.
Early cross here. Why?
That's what we do. That's what they've been doing.
And then a terrible pass from Mashoud there. And I think that's going to be half time.
Should be.
1-1,
Ooh.
two complete different ways of playing football on the field.
No, that is accurate. I think that is very much accurate. You have one side who's trying to build, and I think Nigeria have done what I think they need to do here, which is just
Yes,
crowd,
we had called that. We
swarm.
had called
Yeah,
that.
crowd and swarm and make it uncomfortable for them, which they have done, and they are now still in this game as a result. So let's kind of take a look at what we have here for stats here. Let me switch this over. But general thoughts on the first half for you. What have you liked from Nigeria? What do you think they
I,
need to
I, li-
improve on?
I like the fact that they did what I think was the only thing that could have brought them back in the game which is to crowd them and try to keep it wide as possible. But that's what I like. I don't think they are very wasteful, extremely wasteful, because they're not in control of nothing at all. You
Mm.
understand me? They're running, closing in, um, and the deflection took the ball in their direction. Then they're just kicking the ball away. There is nothing planned. They need to improve on that 100%. You understand me? Because it's a
Mhm.
high quality team they're playing, and they're getting enough balls, but they're just not doing enough in intended things. You understand me? They're just things are just happening on the pitch that they are not in control of. When Canada touches the ball, you can see that they are sticking to their plan. They think that Nigeria is going to drain at certain point, and that's all they care about. They are going to take 5 shots and they're going to score 5 goals in this game. That's what they are on. They don't care about what Nigeria does by kicking the ball away, because that is not impressive. They're going to try and pass the ball, and until they put the ball in the back of the net. That's so they are much more in control, and Nigeria is much more out of control. But what I love about Nigeria, they figured out one way. They tested Canada to press them close, and they saw that maybe they got uncomfortable, and it works for them, and they continue to do it. But what after winning the ball, what do they do? And that is where
Mhm.
I think they are directionless.
And I think to echo and or to build off that point, I think they've won the ball. I think at least 3 times we saw them at 35 or closer, and there
Mhm.
is space, whether it's on the outside of the box or right in front of the box. And instead of driving and trying to find a pass, the immediate thought is long shot. You're
Kick the
not
ball
really
from
gonna,
35
yeah,
yards.
yeah, you're not gonna beat them. And they, I don't know if they realize that they have, when they've put the ball into space, they've been able to get past Canada's defenders, right? And so I don't know if they realize that they have the pace to get by them. They just don't have players going. And with the amount of bounces that have come, that they've been able to turn Canada over, what I would want them to do is just drive to where, if they get the ball out wide, drive wide, low cross in, and assume you're going to get to the bounce, because something is going to bounce somewhere. Put it into a chaotic
Yeah,
spot,
yeah.
and then get and finish the chaotic spot, because I think that has worked for them. Right? They've crowded and swarmed Canada on the defense. I think playing one lone six for Canada is really hurting them, because you don't have that many options. Scores 1-1. So Dennis, the score is 1-1. But they have not, Canada haven't passed, though Canada knows what they're trying to do, they have been able to execute that. And
Mhm, mhm.
it's part Nigeria pressure, it's also part their passing has been poor. I don't think Canada have realized how quick Nigeria have been on the ball. To the ball, sorry, not on the ball, to the ball.
Until they are
And
on the
so
field.
until they're on the field. So yeah, so now they have a half. They have to, I think they, as you said earlier, they need to go long. If you're Canada, just go direct. Route one football might be the option here, because trying to build, they've had 2 chances, and realistically, Canada's 2 chances were their best chances. If they hit them, it's 2-1. Nigeria gets a goal. They finally get a low shot on goal, nothing high, not a long shot somewhere. Goalie can't handle it. Another deflection. It's 1-1. So I think if I'm
Yeah,
Nigeria,
chaos.
exactly, put the ball in the chaotic space and just crash. Right? This is the 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 field hockey or the ice hockey analogy is put the puck on the nets and then just go there for rebounds. And this is, I think that's how Nigeria wins this game. If they just keep on putting low shots on, or whenever they have space, drive and then put it in, and then deflections have gone their way this half. So I think for
Yeah,
them
all
that
of the
worked.
deflection went their way.
Mhm.
But that's a sad thing. They never capitalized on it. And I started to see Canada kept getting back into those positions and looking more
Mhm.
composed there. Because remember,
Yes.
even though we're saying that, every clear chance in this game, went to Canada,
Mm.
the goal that they scored, the next one that they called offside, which was wrong, and then the next one that she should have just put it in the back of the net and she pushed it across the goal. But they are all
Yeah.
in control with everything. And that's why I'm not blaming Canada, because I think that's what they wanted to do. This is how they wanted to play. But maybe, as you said, better passing at a better, I would say better passing at a faster speed. That's what they're trying
Mhm.
to achieve. but have not done so because the double stage passes have not came off. As what they said,
No,
Nigeria
no.
played 216 passes and completed 73, and Canada played 194 and completed 70 of that 194.
Hmm. And I
So they
mean,
definitely need to do better.
like, yeah, if I'm going to be critical of Nigeria, it's they have to be better, but also they have this game has been 80%, 85, 90% in Canada's half. For it to only be 1-1, you're a little bit disappointed for Nigeria because for that much
Okay.
possession, for that much,
Yeah, but
you
they
have
have not created any chances.
but if again, if Nigeria loses this game, I'm going to look at the first half and say, look at all those shots, look at the amount of turnovers you created, and what did you have to show for it? You had one goal, because the Canada in their two transition moments, one goal, and then another one rolls past the net. If Canada's just going to say once we get past that, we're good. I think if you're Nigeria, you need to again.
Yes, I
This,
agree. I agree
mhm,
there. I want to see clear cut chances created because
mhm,
the goal scored from a confusion. I need maybe a solution for that because Mashu would definitely look like the three most composed players on Nigeria's team. Ibrahim
mhm,
in centre back looks composed. Mashu would look composed, but I think that that's where the problem lies because all of the erratic players are actually up forward, and that's why you
mhm,
can't get that composed play as well. So maybe Mashu would need to push up a little further. And if they can bring on a deeper line midfielder that can win the ball and let her play closer to the goal. Because she's having
mhm.
those slip coverages, changing the angles, everything. So I like what she was doing. So she just need to get closer to the box. And in order
Yes.
to do that, you got to get more players behind her and use her. But so far, Nigeria ain't in control at all, in my opinion.
It's one of the, and I don't want to say it like that, but if the way it's felt very empty calories. And again, yes, it's U17s, but for them, that if for Nigeria, for me, and we'll get to Canada in a minute. For Nigeria, get the ball to Mashoud, drive to the edge of the box, and then make a decision: pass or shoot there. Don't shoot from 35, because if you get there, then you commit, and I think then that creates the chaos that they've been able to get their one goal from. And I think, and that's the thing. Nigeria, it's not from a lack of talent. It's just the decision making. It's as if they feel as if they have to put long shots in, and that's how they'll make it through. There is space for them to use, and I think we've spoken so much for Nigeria in that space, but they just I'm watching some of the highlights from the first half, and they've just not had the best decisions with it. But for Nigeria, make your decisions closer to the box versus further away. 35 feet isn't a shot. 25 feet, okay, maybe. Let's talk. Put the ball into a crazy place. If you're Canada, I think leaving one holding midfielder has not helped, especially in their build-up. They've kind of not
Agreed.
looked good, not kind of looked good. Their passing has been poor, which, hey, maybe that's underestimating the speed. It almost feels like a team that's operating in first or second gear, but doesn't realize that the other team is actually running around in third gear. And so if they speed up, like if their decision making, their movement sped up, again, I think their passing ideas are there. They're just not executing them. They're executing them as if they're playing against maybe that like they're still in training. Like the other team gets paid too. And so for Canada, I would say drop a midfielder so that you look more instead of a 4-1-1-3-2, so it's more of a 4-2-2-2 or a 4-4-2 for lack of better words. Drop a midfielder in to help so that your buildup looks a little bit more fluid, because that's a thing that I think they've been missing. They haven't been able to build. Once they get the ball out wide, the three chances they've had the ball out wide, they've created good opportunities. Unfortunately for
Mhm.
them, that they've only had three opportunities because their passing has been so poor. So drop a midfielder, get them closer in, or bypass the midfield. I hate that I'm saying this, but bypass the midfield and get the ball out wide to your wing players and then drive that way, because the times that they've done it, they've had the opportunities to do so. And so that's what I would suggest for them. Do that. You either drop a midfielder in to help with the build up, or just go long ball FC for the second half and see how it goes from there. That would be my those would be my suggestions for Canada. What about you? What are you seeing from Canada? What would you like to see from them in the second half?
Um, over centrally to the right hand side, I saw that they were getting the quick movements. So I think what they need to do, because remember, in a repetitive action, repetitive successful actions
Mm-hmm.
on football changes the way or you move. Just like what when Nigeria pressed, Canada got more timid in order to play the ball fluid. So this is where your outlet is. Continue to play on that side and bring back the fear into them, because that's where you got the next two big chances. The one that the poor offside call, that was a good slip coverage that I saw right there, and should have been given. And that's where they built it up. So maybe they need to stick on that side a lot more and build their confidence from there. And once that starts to move more faster, I think they should be okay from there. They look like the more composed team that's playing to their plan. Obviously, Nigeria made them unsettled, so credit to Nigeria there. But it looks like anyone that should put two or three passes together and get a clear-cut chance and goal, it looks like it's Canada. I expect Nigeria should score from another chance like that, or kick a ball from 30 yards and score. That's what I'm
Mm.
looking for Nigeria goals.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No, yeah, and I think maybe the right side. The Demons, FIFA Plus has it. I know it's worked for different people. If you're in Canada, the game is on TSN. If you are outside of Canada, FIFA Plus should have it. I'm watching it on FIFA Plus. I'm using a VPN as well, but that's where you can. I've put the link up a few times, but here's the FIFA Plus link for it. As we are going and moving and talking, I do want to mention that there are two other games happening. Actually, yeah, there's two other games happening right now in their group, and just to kind of show some highlights to them, Spain are up 3-0 on Colombia. They're
Ooh,
at halftime as well. Just to kind of look at that game, one goal from
Spain. Damn.
Salvador, and then two goals from Peso in the 28th and the 45th and second minutes. It's been purely domination for Spain. 80%. Again, this is Google. 12 shots, 8 on target. So that goalkeeper for Colombia, I'm just gonna Pedroza, you've got your work in, so well done, well done
Yes,
keeping it
you know,
at 3 as it
with
is, and then
making
yep,
use of whatever they're doing. They're
indeed,
very
indeed,
good at that.
and then Zambia are down 2-1 to Paraguay. Zambia have scored all the goals apparently, two own goals, so I'm assuming deflections, and then one goal from Victoria Mbali in the 10th minute. So she starts to go scoring, but then two goals coming in the next 20 minutes, and that is the score of the game as it stands. For that, Zambia have a little bit more possession, but it looks like two sides who are looking to find an opportunity to score and look. And at this U17 level, look, especially for the African countries, there is real scouting happening. Their World Cup qualifiers are happening in this window coming up, so home and away. And we did see Zambia had a U17 player in the last World Cup who came in and made it onto the senior team at their AFCON for the women's side. So if they're able to show here, they will certainly be able to come in and come through. If you're Nigeria, JD, as we're getting ready for the second half, what changes would you want them to see other than just tactical choices?
Um, no, number 13 on the right hand side. Maybe I would tell her to drop a little bit deeper
Mm,
and try to link plays a lot more. So get closer to Mashoud and try to get actual accurate passes in. To bring Canada in so you can create that space to use your speed as to what you're trying to do, because every speed that they are using actually becomes tested, because those players that are slower ain't moving in, because you're not moving them, because you're not in control. So Nigeria is all about trying to get control of what they are doing. You understand
mhm,
me? So I think getting closer to each other so the passes can be accurate, so you can move Canada from out of their set position, because that's the problem. Canada have not gotten unseated at no point in the
mhm.
game. That's why they kept looking so good, because it's just You just doing some things and they are in their positions. You're not moving them out with authority and then do what you want. That have not happened at any point in the game for Nigeria. So they need to make sure they can move them out of position and exploit them with your speed.
No, I agree with that. And for Canada, I would say drop a midfielder to support Chisholm in there. And then also Alyssa McLeod. I think getting a little bit more pace out there so you can give the ball there can go. I don't think, unless their passing improves, I don't think they should try to play as if they can defend and play on the counter. Their passing definitely needs to improve, but I would add a little bit more speed as well as hope that they can move things moving a little bit better in that space. So let's see how that goes. And we will turn it back over to the game. The second half is about to get going. No substitutions
So,
on each side.
yeah. So what you think will happen? Yeah. What you think will happen? Who you think is going to win it? And listeners, let me know who you think will take it in the end.
Mhm. I think for where it is right now, I do like Canada have been more dangerous in their chances, but can they get to them? So based off of that, I
I
feel
think
like
they're
I
going to
have a
get to
little
more.
bit yeah, I feel like I have a little bit more faith in Canada, but I wanna see,
Yeah.
like, the first 10 minutes to see if Nigeria can put the ball in a few more chaotic spaces, get a few bounce they've got all the bounces so far, so if they can get the ball into
Yeah.
some high chance, high risk
I
chances,
truly want to say Nigeria, but I got to go with Canada because of the control so far. So as you said, 10 minutes is right for us to wait and see. You know.
Mhm.
So let's see if Nigeria can come out with something decisive now and move
Yes.
Canada around and let them be uncomfortable. All right. So Nigeria goes long, first ball cleared, and it's back to Canada. So Africans, for a second, doesn't look like we're gonna get much difference through the middle here, and this could be a big chance if she keep it on left hand side. She keeps it on left hand side, and it's empty now. If she can get it cross, she beats her, and she can't keep it inside. Keeper comes. Link other than FIFA. Have you checked anywhere else other than FIFA?
I've looked, I haven't seen anything anywhere else on my normal link, so if something comes up, I'll let you know, but I have been refreshing as we go, so
Um, sticker A, I don't know because FIFA is doing this directly in house. It's hard for people to copy it, and look at Boniface is down, the goalkeeper for Nigeria. She came
mhm.
out and see that that is from a Nigerian attacking her. That
Yeah,
is
it looks
Nigerian just kick the ball forward and one ball from Canada passed straight through the line. If she just control a little bit better, time it and put it across, it's an empty tap in the net.
mhm. It like, stylistically, it's interesting because it's almost as if Canada tried to flip it because they didn't want Nigeria on the counter, which is probably the more dangerous space for them.
Hmm.
But this is a game where they're just gonna have to, if you're Canada, you're just gonna have to grin and bear it and say, "Hey, look, we want to be the better side on the ball, so we'll take possession. We won't try to play on the counter, and if we get beat once or twice, fine. But we think we can win in that sense. But again, wait and see is what we'll have to do, and we'll have to be. Here we go, deep throw for Canada. Tipula sending it long, wide back in the middle.
Poor part. Our referee's gonna give a free kick. Kind of bail out there, but they give it. That is so long they took to get it, and now it's just a complete break for Canada.
Yeah.
Nigeria takes so long to get to the ball. Nobody getting close to her, and took a deflection, but it goes back to Canada, and a poor pass here from Canada. What a tackle! That girl, referee said, "Oh, they're gonna call. It's not a foul, but they're gonna slow down the game for them to look. Oh, they said continue playing. That defender is good, man, from Canada. She's
Matipula
a
is
solid man.
like we are starting the whole thing where we have a mountain of center backs in Canada. Like the Okiki and Ocheng coming in from the U20s are some players that we're gonna see. Okay, can you get past? Okay, see, and this is where I wish they would have put McLeod in. And once they put McLeod in, there's a little bit more pace coming in. And I think when you put the ball down the line like that, you'll have more of a chance to do something. But here we go, Canada with more possession. Oh, I
Poor
say that,
decision making
and
there from
then
Canada.
and
But
then
Nigeria just runs straight in traffic of Canada. Oh my God, man, just make a plan, man. How can this guy be the coach?
well, he beat Algeria. Good
Oh
for
my
him.
God, beats one, beats two, beats three, beats four. Oh my God, good run there. And our pass was not good because Nigeria was left for dead right there.
If she
One player,
drives that a little bit more, yeah, she
mhm,
has it.
she opened she opened it way more. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, deep throw in for Nigeria. But again, they need Canada had there's space for both sides. If someone attacks it and does it, it's that this game is there for them. This game should not be a draw.
It's not going to be a draw at all because Nigeria opening in way more spaces. I've not seen anything from Nigeria so far. So maybe only from a free kick they're going to get something. It's all Canada coming to the middle. See there from this clumsy situation.
Mhm.
Maybe they could have gotten something and they did not get anything from it. Look at Nigeria
And
slowed down significantly. So they
yeah,
can't. The
mhm.
intensity is not there anymore. Poor back pass here. Nigeria got it back, but Mashoud, let's see if Mashoud can create something. Mashoud lays it off. She should have kept it. Oh, it's back to Mashoud. She puts it over the wide. That ball is a little bit too heavy. And good strength there from the Canada number 3.
My Angus. Maya has played well. Matipula has well, but there is opportunity here. I think this the term hero ball is what we all love in Canada, but this someone they need someone to just carry this ball here and make Nigeria have to commit because their passing hasn't been convincing enough for it to be anything. If you're Nigeria, keep on playing for the bounces and something will
They're going
open
to
up
go
for you
this a
here.
good long ball over the top, beats everyone. And Ibrahim is just there. Ibrahim puts it straight up back the pitch. Um, Ibrahim composure. Yeah, maybe they need to put her in midfield, because the composure that she has, maybe that's who Mashoud needs beside her.
Mhm.
Composure here from Canada as well. Canada centre backs them. They need to go in midfield as well.
Well, they're the only supports. Where's the rest? Like Chisholm has the ball. Where's her outlets? This is if you play one
Well,
midfielder, one holding. Ah,
well, they're playing with themselves. If the forwards don't want to come for it, they're gonna they're gonna play with themselves. Yeah, the forwards doing a bad job. This could be a break for Nigeria. A poor cross again. Give it straight back to Canada, and it's gonna be an offside. So
yeah, clear offsides. But like almost 10 minutes. We'll see how we're doing. But no, I mean, ah, I don't want to complain about these two sides, but meh.
all right, a break here. Nigeria gives it straight back to Canada. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they'll be fine. I don't know who they is right now because at this point we're living in Casablanca right now. But Nigeria they're in this game. It's still tied. They got their bounce. Numbers saying they're dominant, but just two final third options have just not been the best choices. And
Good
Canada, a
roll
few
up here.
opportunities. Yeah,
Make a pass. All right, this is a good play now. Why you kick the ball away there? You know, it says good play, well done, girls.
well done.
All right. Once you're satisfied, it's okay. We're just talking football because maybe we're looking for a little bit better from them.
I
Over the
don't know where
top
these
here,
three goals
and
are
this is a
coming from,
break.
but they're coming from somewhere apparently.
What?
I don't know where the last three goals of this game are coming from, but they're coming from
Yes,
somewhere.
they're gonna come, man. Goals are coming, man. They are getting tired. Both teams getting tired.
Okay,
Nigeria
there we go,
leaving a lot of
Makapila
space. A break here coming for Canada.
defending
In control, Canada here and in front of the box. And they're not
again.
running. They're gonna get a shot, and the shot goes wide. Keeper keeps it in. All right. So that's a poor shot still, but the keeper keeps it in. She's limping, or maybe took a deflection. That's all.
It looks like it took a deflection here, but
It's 54 minutes, in the game.
yeah, yeah, make a change here. You can't if you're gonna keep playing this way. Add a little bit more life, both sides. I don't think Nigeria can maintain this at this level. And Canada, I know you have the depth, so like somebody's got to have to do something sooner or later. Angus,
Interception. She tried to go through that space. There's no way going. And we have Billy's dog here. How you doing, man? We are out here. Looking at this game.
that we are. Coach, make a change. Any coach, please. Add some life into this game,
Ah,
please.
but it's going good, because Canada getting a good amount of breaks. Just need to make the final touches and see the final touches coming here. If she just square pass it, she beats one, beats two, and inside the box. Good recovery here from Ibrahim again. Um, So Canada getting a good amount of moments, just one and two good passes, and they would be in. Nigeria has always been successful over Canada at U17 and U20. Nigeria will get the win. Mayo are going for Nigeria getting a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, some tactics need to be made here, 100%, to adjust things. What are they looking for? A
Oh
penalty?
no, they're looking for a penalty at this point. So for those of you who aren't familiar, at the youth they're trialing this out. Instead of having VAR check everything, the coaches have one.
She's onside.
They have a challenge. I think they're calling the contact in the box, looking for the
That's
contact in
hard
the
to
box.
be. She did not touch the ball. She blocked the part of the player. So it could be called as a penalty, but I would
It
say
could,
that
yeah.
she was going to get the ball. She was going to get the ball. So it
Hmm.
can't be a penalty. But if they
Yeah,
give it as a penalty, you
I would
can't see it
understand
as a
it.
penalty because she didn't touch the ball. She touched the player first.
Yeah.
But I think she was in the part to get the ball and the player was unbalanced. So I don't think that should be given as a penalty, though, because you have to look at the football in terms. But
Hmm.
I think they should call this one off. Let me know, viewers, if you
Hmm.
call it as a no penalty.
Yep.
She
Uh,
didn't touch the ball first. She hit the player first
She went
because she
through the
had to
player,
come
but
through the player.
yeah, but I don't think she would have got out the ball. Like it's
I
one of
think the
those.
ball wouldn't have turned out to anything. Oh, but Africans, maybe they're looking to see that she had a pass. If but she wouldn't have gone anywhere. I don't think it's a penalty. I don't think it's a penalty.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
don't think that
tough.
should be a penalty. Even though the player should have slid in, not to touch the touch.
Yeah.
No penalty. All right, good. Yeah, yeah, no
Uh, uh,
penalty. No penalty. Yes, fair call. Fair call.
No penalty. Okay, that's fine. So yeah. So
Yeah,
for those of
clear
you who aren't
call.
aware, basically coaches can have ask VAR to look at things versus VAR coming in and checking everything. They've been trialing this out of the last couple youth tournaments, and so this may be at the World Cup, the Men's World Cup coming this year. But if they decide to do that, that would be the system. So you'd have two opportunities, which I don't mind, versus having VAR stop all the time just to be sure. Let the refs make decisions, and then go from there. But looks like Nigeria
Nigeria,
found
Nigeria
their
keep on losing to Canada in these breaks.
yeah.
And Canada getting the bodies up, cuts inside. Referee's going to give a free kick for that. Thought that should have been a foul instant.
So no penalty, still 1-1. And hey, at least our attacking players are
Canada
back in the
looking
game.
way better now. Canada
Yes,
looking way
they
better. And
are.
this should be 2-1. This should be 2-1, but a poor decision making. She decided that she's going to chest it to the keeper because that was easy. She got that ball inside
Yeah.
easy.
Called
Let me see.
offsides, but
Are
still.
they're going to give her an offside? Oh, yes, she's
Yeah.
offside because that was too easy. And she never did anything with it, you know?
Yeah, she's off.
I think Nigeria needs to improve on that because Canada have gotten away with a lot of them in the second half.
Hmm. But
Poor
right now,
clearance from
yeah,
Nigeria.
agreed.
So
But
Canada
right
is
now,
on top.
Canada's on the
On
front
top
foot.
now.
Yeah, they are
Yes,
on the
I
front
think
foot
Canada
here.
is on top by a good stretch, and it's a poor passing from Nigeria, giving Canada the ball back in every single time. Look at that. Okay, deflection might take it back into Canada's Nigeria's part. All right, and it's back to Canada. And it comes back to the lack of control of play. If they can just control the ball, Africans, they would have
Hmm.
been a better team. I think this
Yeah,
is what's lacking in the team. Because every time they get the ball, they have to give it back to Canada. So the lack of control.
you can't
So
have bounces if you don't
player
put it
went
on
down.
space
So
and play. Yeah.
I told you they were jaded, man. They're jaded, man. They went at an intensity that maybe the coach need to start pull some. And it's Adebayo down. Adebayo is one of the solid players in the team.
Hmm. You're at
She
that
got no back.
61st minute. Yeah, make some changes. Both sides. Like this game is there for you.
All right, so Canada making 3 changes. Coach from Nigeria, if it don't make a change at this point, and you make Canada score on you because they are just seconds away from scoring you. Okay, he's making a change. One change
Kekich
he's
in,
making.
Donnelly in, and that is interesting. I am not one for spiciness, but that is interesting.
Yahaya coming on.
Yep. So bringing on another
Clearly,
nine, I
number
assume.
9.
Yeah.
Let's see if she can get on the ball. I think he needs someone in midfield more to get the ball under
Hmm.
control. But he decides that, you know what? We have forwards. We're going to put on more forwards.
Hmm.
So I guess Nigeria is not going to get control of the game.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, but miracles doesn't happen. You have to work for what you want. So they are going to continue playing the same way. They are not trying to get control of the game. And
Hmm.
Canada breaking again behind the line. It should be a clearance for Nigeria, and your clearance. Nobody tracked back there for Nigeria, and it's back to Canada. Square pass. You guys really let that square pass came through?
Apparently,
They're tired. They're tired. They're definitely tired.
they are.
Square pass came through again for Canada. People,
This
Canada goes
this
over the top, flick on to the box stick. Good
it's a
recovery.
matter of time
And
now. Once they make
yes,
changes
I
here.
think if Nigeria can't get it in control, Canada will score more than one goal. She's going to go for a long shot, and this is over the top because Nigeria just dropping off, dropping off, dropping off, dropping off. and Canada keep on passing better and better and better. Yeah, you have to. The coach need to put someone in midfield now. Midfield.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the viewers them see that we're not blind, we're fair in our analysis, because every time we say something, it's to start showing over and over what's going on. Mashoud on the ball, surrounded by 3 to 4 pieces. She lost it, and it's a counter for Canada. A break here for Canada. The slip pass is there. She's still on the ball. Oh, good fight there from Nigeria. And Nigeria cleared their lines. And they're deep in their own half, and they can't get out. Can't get out. They won the throw in. They can't get out. Ah, that's poor again. Nigeria lost it. Good block. Um, and a track back ball here. And the one person they never wanted to be on the ball, she was on the ball.
Hmm.
Stop ball watching. If you see one player chasing the ball, leave that player to the ball and find a space.
Agreed.
Canada will get every ball if you play football like that. Beats one, beats two, beats three, and remain in a position, works it wide. Nigeria pressing. Canada's passed the ball around them. True pass here, breaking through the line, and she's empty if she just put it across the goal. But she beats one, she's in front of her goal. She beats two, and she still the ball is still inside Nigeria's box. They're gonna take the shot, and the ball went wide. Ball went wide. Yes,
Just
they're
score. Score the goal.
yeah. And these are all Nigeria's problem. This coach is terrible, man. Get a midfielder on. That's what you needed. You never needed a next striker. You need a midfielder to stop these closing down of Mashoud. First ball cleared. Canada won the first ball, and it's back to Canada. So Nigeria can't clear their lines. Throw in Canada. And I think it looked like Canada got someone else in midfield,
They
because
look
they
like
have
they
three in
dropped. Yeah.
midfield every single time. So that's what you're asking for. So they made their adjustments, through pass to the wide side, acres of space, poor passing from Canada, gave it back to Nigeria, but Nigeria gave it straight back to Canada, and Canada breaking through the right hand side, and acres of space again. Nigeria, let's see if Nigeria can get onto the ball. They did, but they lost it back to Canada. Canada whip it in, and it's missed everyone. Keeper holds it. Don't kick the ball away.
Score. Someone, please. Someone score. Hey.
Uh,
Coach, your
Canada
point is
first
not
ball.
helping. Make a sub.
All right, this is a Nigeria play. Let's see Nigeria. Mashoud on the ball. Mashoud goes wide. Poor pass. It's intercepted easy. And the through pass connected. And it's back to Canada. Player down, referee. Stop the play. Stop the play. Stop the play. Tijani is down. All right, so Nigeria finally gets a chance to get a corner in. So pretty much what from 45 minutes to 67 minutes. This is the first chance or something in
For Nigeria
around
to
the
do,
box
yeah.
Nigeria getting. It's a throw, it's not even a corner. So it has to be a long throw inside the box. Let's see if we can win the first ball. All right, you won the first ball inside the box. Numbers of bodies there. Flicked it back, put it in a good area. Keeper missed it, but got on it, and it's cleared. and hope it doesn't turn into a counter. Poor touch, it is going to turn into a counter. 1000%. She gives you the inside and the outside, and she's gonna clear it. Goes back to Mashoud. Let's see if Mashoud can take the shot. She's gonna take the shot inside the box. Nigeria. God damn.
Tipula defending like it's her job.
Poor throw there from Canada, but
Mhm.
it's back to Canada. You took a poor throw, all right, take it back and get the next throw.
Listen, oh, the levels of calmness I have. I've been so not frustrated the whole
Yes,
time.
but Canada looks seriously better in the
Yeah,
second
and
half.
this have to look better.
Whipping cross here from Nigeria, and Canada clear their lines. Nigeria on the ball. Referee. It is Nigeria's ball. Yeah. Early throwing here from Nigeria. Nigeria trying the direct play. Too much bodies there though, and they resetted it, and they're gonna pump it in the box. But a poor clearance there. A poor cross there, to be honest. Gave it straight back to Canada, but Canada tried to dribble out of their box because they want to be in control. And great work from Nigeria there to at least create a problem there. And super strength here from Canada. That girl is strong,
Alexis looking
and
good.
it's back to Canada. So
Yep.
20 more minutes, normal time, and it's still 1-1. So a little spell there, maybe a 1 or 2 minutes there for Nigeria. So let's see if Nigeria could sustain this. All right, Canada passing out from the back. Nigeria trying to high press, committing a lot of bodies. So once they get passed off the ball, that's it for them. Square pass through the middle. 4 or 5 players gotten beaten. Canada passing rings around Nigeria here. Wonderful. It's super football right here. And this could be a tap in. Keeper comes, keeper missed it, and keeper took out the player. This could be a penalty, because she did jog the player, but maybe she never fell.
She
So
never
that's why the
fell.
keeper,
No.
she never fell, because that is more of a penalty because she stopped and
Yeah.
impeded the player. She stopped and that's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty for that should, yeah, and she intentionally hold the player
Yeah,
as well.
that
That
is
should be a penalty. That should have been a penalty. But
she doesn't
they did not even
package is
look at
too
it.
strong though. But yeah.
They did not even look at it. They did not even look at it.
Well, because it's remember you have to request for it to be looked at.
Oh,
It's
you have
not
to request it.
VAR.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what it tells you. And that's what it tells you. When intention, how people look at view things is important, because she never fell on the ground, so nobody thought it was a penalty. You understand? And the next one, because she fell on the ground, they thought that one was a penalty. You understand?
No,
And this
agreed,
one is
agreed.
clearly a impeaching play. Another substitution for Canada.
Yes, Amira coming in. I'm surprised we haven't seen McLeod yet.
Throwing
This
here for
this is
Canada.
something to watch.
First bounce. Canada, Nigeria cleared it right in on top of their 18, and the second ball went in favor of them. But again, as you know, Canada will be winning back the ball again and starting a square pass. And this is a one-on-one with the keeper. The keeper is inside. She beats her, beats everybody, and she's gonna put it in the back of the net. 2-1.
I can
That
breathe.
was coming. That was
I
coming.
can.
That was coming. That was coming.
It was coming though. It was coming.
That was coming.
It was
Canada
coming.
dominating the second half.
Uh,
And this is all down to coaching. This is all down to coaching for Nigeria. Bring on a midfielder. Bring on a midfielder. 1 second. 1 second.
so that's a goal. Kekic comes on and scores. Nigeria coach, your girls have fought valiantly. You have to support them here. You have to support them here. And this has been coming. This has been just coming. So 2-1 Canada right now. We'll update the banner. It is 2-1 for Canada. The 73rd minute. Man, coach, Nigeria coach, like your girls have fought. Support them. Make us change, please.
Mayo, what you're saying? Me supporting Canada? No. If you listen to me, I am a football man. You can't be talking me. Africans
No,
is a
that was
Canadian as
definitely.
well.
This is me.
You
I'm
can't.
Canadian.
I'm a
I
football
mean,
man. A
can
break
I?
here coming from Nigeria, whips it in, clearance Canada. I watch football and then I can call out the mistakes. And I clearly saw the mistakes. You
No,
realize
that
it's
was for
Canada's
me.
score, and I
Yeah.
told you that's what will happen. Because I can see what the mistakes Nigeria are making, and they're not making adjustments. And Canada keep on getting opportunities. Canada dominated the second half. Like 30 minutes out of football, and it's just all Canada winning back all first ball and playing
Mhm.
through the injuries. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Mayo,
know. I know this
I
for me. Yeah, but
I'm just trying to talk the football as it is and explain where Nigeria could get better, and that's why you need proper coaching and systems, because be and this three pressing system up front on the 18 yard, it's a suicide thing because they're not closing down fast enough. You understand me? They're not
mhm.
closing down fast enough, so they're making it easy for Canada. Look at that 1-2 again through the middle. If she passed it across, it's a 3-1. And gladly she did not pass it across because we had two players free. Just because they put three players pressing, that's not how you press. You can't be in a straight line pressing. That means once they beat your press, you're done. That's three players out.
It's yeah. Like the thing. Here's the thing with Nigeria. Yeah, you do. I know. Yes, yes. I know. I know. I know. But again, I'll give Nigeria their props. I don't think their coach supported them in this game because for what you were going for. No, this is grass. It looks like grass. Let me.
A break here
I
coming
don't
again
have
for
the HD
Canada.
set up,
She tried
JD.
to keep it outside. It went out there in the end, and then an export pass from Canada.
JD, is it grass?
And then
My.
Nigeria can
Sorry.
make a poor pass as well. Gave it
Yeah.
back to Canada, and Canada again start the same break that they were going to start with, and it's over. It pass. Go ahead, I forgot what you said.
No, no. TEDxer was asking, is it grass that they're playing on? Because my quality just dropped here, so I can't quite. I think it's grass they're playing on. It doesn't
I
look
think
like.
it's grass. I think it's
Yeah,
grass. I think
it's
it's grass.
Morocco. Morocco barely has turf. They have the weather for this, but yeah, no, this is grass.
Yeah,
But no,
it
yeah.
looks like grass to me. I don't think it's turf.
hmm
This would be a very good grade turf if it's turf.
Even if you had the like the hybrid, right? The hybrid grass and turf
Yeah, yeah,
mixed
yeah.
together, that would be nice. But in this
It's
climate,
grass.
they're good. Yeah, they don't need it in this climate. They're good. But no, yeah. So like, man, even if you don't think your players are up to it, they figured out the press. Like you didn't support your midfield anywhere.
Yeah, he wants to win from the front. He's using the three players to press at the front, but that's pretty much it. He just wants to
Well,
press from the front and
well,
no
once can
midfield. And
yeah.
in no mid, yeah, yeah, that's how it goes. Just kick from back to front. And ironic, a corner here, a free kick here coming in for Canada, and it's gonna be a corner coming in. Watch how they are gonna. It's just fundamentals stopping the Nigeria, I'm tired to see Nigerian team with good talented players comes and it just lacks fundamentals. So that means the coaching just
Oh
not.
god.
They're just
Oh
getting
no, they're
out coached
calling.
by.
Oh, well, oh, do they have another one? Because they're calling hand, but I don't think they can look at it.
Whip into the box stick, miss the keeper, it's an empty goal, and nobody can get onto it. Canada closing down rapid speed to come and get the ball. and they said she misjudged because she could have saved the ball and she let it outside, and they said it's Nigeria's ball. So Nigeria got away again. It's back to Canada. So throwing for
Ooh.
Nigeria. Let's see. Nigeria goes for the first throw, and heavy traffic there from the Canadians, and Nigeria cannot do anything with the ball. It's back to Canada. So another goal is in this game, people. The game is very open. Guys, let me know how much likes on the video.
I haven't even checked, to
Uh,
be honest.
Let me
I
get
think
the
I have.
likes on the video up, people, because we have done a good analysis here. Now we have Mashoud with an overhit pass again. Damn. And she turned everything and she just have an overhit pass right there.
This is where you need her to just like you don't want the players to go hero ball, but this is where you need her just to turn and just drive inside.
Mashoud on the ball. She's gonna go
Hmm.
over the top. This is a good pass. She goes to the keeper and she can't get it. She can't get any power on it.
Yeah, but her driving into the midfield, you need more of that from Mashoud
Yes,
right now.
you needed that from earlier. And a
Hmm.
square pass here, dangerous pass here for Canada, but wonderful. And that's a next good
Defending.
stop. But Canada is coming back again and put it over the top, and this is even better. Keeper coming out, and keeper should claim it. No, the keeper missed it, and it's 3-1. The keeper gives it back to the player.
Hey,
The keeper gives
hey.
it back to the player. It is 3-1. It is 3-1. The keeper gives it back.
Congrats, Amire. Your first call up. We're proud of you.
3-1, 3-1, 3-1
Amire.
Canada.
Hey, Amire? That's more Arabic. That's more Arabic than the Ghanaian. And he was like, "Are you? Could you?" It's now 3-1. I didn't put on the scroll. I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry, and I haven't. I haven't. I'm sorry.
Over the top here, the first bounce player never weren't going to get it, and keeper let it straight out into the hands of number 20. Number 20 puts it in the back of the net.
Mm.
Sad day for Nigeria.
It's it's disappointing because in a game where their first half they put everything in, if you look at that first half, they should have left with more than just a 1-1 game at halftime. They should have had more. And some of their decision making, once you get to the second half, this is on the first half. I think if you're gonna blame anyone, yeah,
Africans from the first half, from the players them touch the pitch, it's the coach is the problem.
I, I
You can
look,
see the intention. It's only and this man is not qualified to coach these kids. He has the intention that he's using is just pure athleticism. He sounds like some people that I know well. Just kick the ball and run. There is no fundamental there. Mashoud is a very good passer. Ibrahim is a very good passer. You're seeing them when they touch the ball. He's not setting them in places to win. He's setting
no,
them in places to go long. Oh, Canada breaking again. Okay, clearance.
JD. No, this is my point, and to bring it up, here's the issue with Nigeria. Their two subs they've made this half in the game have been their strikers.
Mm-hmm.
Their midfield is getting run through, passed through, and the two these girls played for their heart. Like to be up again. If I'm gonna put blame first half, I say, hey, as players, look, coaching happens, but I keep on not putting the banner on. Okay, banner's on. It's 3-1 Canada is the score. The first half, I'd say the players could have been a little bit more clinical with their decision making. The second half, you saw the game getting just put through, and the only choices you made were bringing in two strikers. This two passes, and they're not a factor when Canada builds up in the second half.
Canada, look at those one, two passes from Canada. Just opening the face and they're going to go long again. And they're in behind Nigeria again, inside the box. She's inside the box. Let's see if she's going to go for a shot or a cross. The goal is empty and it's cleared. And Nigeria saved from an next embarrassment again to make it 4-1. Alexis broke there and took a shot and went wide.
It does. But like the first half, you can say if you want to say the players could have been more clinical, sure. The second half, Canada is
Um,
passing.
I don't. Chidi's older. I think she might get a little bit older. I'm not sure if she's there. Yeah, go ahead,
Let
African.
me.
Sorry about that.
Chitty's not on this roster. But the point
No, no, I
is that
think she's
like
older. Maybe
you get
U20.
to the second half and what two passes get past your pressing players, your two freshest players, and
Yes,
everyone else are dragging. How are you supporting? Like these girls played. These girls were pressing. They did what you did. You didn't support them.
yes, he needs to be fired today. In right, like what they did to my boy from Norwich City or what, Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest. Yeah.
Yeah, just fire him
See,
in the
see,
locker room.
at least you can say that because if I say that, I'm just bad minding Nigerians. So, but like in this game, that like
No,
the
because we know the
coaches,
talent of
yeah.
the players. The talent of the
Hmm.
players. So we know that. Look at that. Yeah, this interception, only one pass turn it into a counter.
Yeah.
Canada is so confident in their passing, and Nigeria can't come nowhere close to them at all.
Well, look at how they're moving now. Like versus the first half, they had swarmed and created so much issues for them.
And what I said, Africans, stay on the right hand side, play the 1-2 plays, and play it over the top
Hmm.
and build a confidence. That's where they get both goals from. And they just start to play now, and Nigeria just start to cover because it was there. So if we can see it, the coach should be able to see it. He has a job. We don't. Our break again for Canada, and if she get the square pass, if she had took the square pass, referee's gonna give a free kick. Nope, said can't play. That should have been 4-1 for Canada just a while ago.
Mm.
Just a square pass it takes, and look at that one split coverage, and they're through Nigeria's entire team
But
with
like
one
that's the
pass.
thing. That pass has been there for them, and the coach hasn't done anything to reinforce the
Beats
like the.
two, beats three, puts it across. What a cross keeper comes. Nobody's in the goal. 4-1. Oh my God. This is some world class passing. Oh my God. My God.
Like the
This
Canadian is happy.
world
The
class
African
passing.
watcher is just like, what are we? Come on! I've
One
received
pass
three.
past five
J,
players.
JD, once it got to
One
2-1,
pass
I've
past
received
five
enough.
players.
Yo, Amira is
Yes.
doing her like, and they haven't even played McLeod yet. That's a whole other conversation.
Your one pass beat five players. Five players. One single mid thread pass beat five players.
But
Number 20,
the coach will put
you
on
got
another
to give her
striker.
credit. He's
The
gonna put
coach will
on
put
another
on another
striker.
striker. No, because that's how he's played the whole game. Your midfield is getting passed through, and you know what? Let's put on another striker to press more. We've passed through the press. Now what? The rest of your now you make a move. 5 minutes left. You think midfield?
Yeah, yeah. The
No,
coach should be fired, man. This is embarrassing. I'm gonna
no.
write on Twitter. Coach should be fired.
Like, yeah, people. Listen, I'm in Canada. I'm happy for this. But like, come on. 20 coming in for who?
Yes, yes, you can see that. I don't know why Africans seems anytime worried after this game. I told you that Canada is a better team by far. Controlling football leads football Africans. Spain
I
is the best
know,
football team on earth for a
but
reason, you know.
I know.
Occasionally, big kick and wild football can win a game, but fundamentals win football games 99% of the time. And this man comes with no fundamentals. You have some good players. Saw how they touch the ball. I love how they touch the ball, work the ball. But he doesn't put them. He doesn't set them up to win. You know.
Mm. It's like maybe this is what many years of watching football does to you. But when you start to see things, you just say, "Do this," and this is like there's clearly a talent gap, but structurally, Nigeria could have done some things. They're not out of it just because of their group, but they play France next, and so
And France
they
passes the ball as well.
France at this level, and this is just my thought on this, and this is my take. You can take it as hot or cold as you want. Don't blame
If
the girls, okay? Leave the girls alone.
he's blaming the girls, them say he's a TikTok dancing there doing. Oh my
Just because they
god.
were dancing and having team. See, but if they won, you'd say unity. But now they lost. They're not focused. Just come on.
It's
The
the
girls
coach,
played
man. Believe
hard.
me, man. Just believe me, he's a coach.
It is
It's
the
a
coach
coach, man.
here. But like them against France, I still like them against France just because I think at this level France are technical, but they're
1-2
also
break
more
here for
athletic.
Canada. And the run is on. If she can get the split pass out, it's gonna be 5. She goes for the flit. Wonderful stop there. Finally, god damn. Thank you for saving that ball because I don't want 5. I can't manage anymore. And then a split line coverage again from Canada. So they believe that Nigeria can't hold the ball. And they're just doing it to Nigeria over and over. God damn. This is looking
It-
sad now. They
It's
might get a next goal before it finishes. Poor back pass here
86
from Canada.
86 minutes, JD, and then you finally put on a midfielder. Like
Nigeria breaks inside the box, whip it across, and the keeper gets it. She's gonna start a counter fast. Get back, get back. Because they're having a lovely time to get back.
86 minutes. Like to me, like that to me is the thing that I'll always go. I'm listen, the Canadian me is thrilled that we got this
Yes.
through. That I had anxiety for like a bit for like it's gonna end 1-1. It's gonna be one of those things.
Mm-mm.
No, they're fine. Just send a new coach. Joseph, send a new coach. Send me. I'll go. I'll coach them. I don't know how you feel about a Canadian Ghanaian coaching them, but I'll coach them. Like it's just the choice. You didn't the game, the flow of the game changed, and you
I'm
didn't
gonna
do
run through
anything.
the whole squad and see what position all of these players play to see why you were so hesitant to make certain substitution.
But still, your first two substitutions are strikers.
Square pass.
Once
Make sure you think it is. Your guy, Africans, is just
no, once Canada figure
Canada
out how
trying to
to
attack the score again.
properly pass, I had like my three. Once we got the 2-1, I got my first Canadian text that said "end the stream immediately." Just end the game. Just, but like to me, this game is just they had their chances. Again, I'll look at that first half and say, what did you do?
Africans, you keep on saying Nigeria have a chance, and Nigeria don't create one chance in this game. What are you talking about? Nigeria create zero
I'm
chance, just chaos, nothing at all. Nigeria did nothing in the game. I said
listen,
to you half time, this is dominant by Canada because they're in control. Nigeria, they are in and around the 80-yard box. They did nothing at all. Even the goal that scored, I don't know who scored the goal. They did nothing at all.
but
Nothing.
the,
What?
but here's my point. They had like, and this is where I said this at halftime. The possession was very much empty calories, where they had all of it, but then they didn't have anything to show for it, and that's problematic because if they end up losing this game, you look at that first half and say, what did you do with all that? You had so many high danger opportunities, and the best that you had was once you got the ball at 35 feet, it was just we're gonna just strike the ball for whatever reason, and
A
that's
break
what I'm
here
saying.
again. Okay, good come keeper.
And that's why I was saying I think you look at that first half, their decision making, they know that they can press, but once they turn them over, they didn't do anything with it. And that's where I say I put this game on the coach. You say from the first minute, I
Offside.
say from more. I'll say the second half once it was truly changing. I put that there, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, man. I believe me. And it's bad, man. The performance is bad, man.
Mm.
Because even when those running up and down going on, I said that's the only way because you clearly saw that the team was not technically good,
Hmm.
you know. So you have to just say that they just need to be as physical as possible and see if Canada can come out of their way.
Yeah.
Yes, I would hope they actually fire him, and because it's the second time I'm seeing him. Remember, I've covered all of these competition, so he's always here. He covers. He did one more. I think the last World Cup I saw him with you, either U20s or something. Saw him before. He was here, and he's back here again. We got to get these girls in good hands because they're competing with. Canada is one of the best teams in our region. Canada is one of the best ladies
Hmm.
football team. Period. So their team is good. Um, they normally wipe the floor with all of the Caribbean teams that play football like Nigeria. So they are used to this thing. It's playing the Caribbean teams, 80 and other Caribbean teams, names that I shouldn't name. Um,
Don't
is
don't
exactly like,
don't
yeah.
don't get drawn in.
No,
Don't get drawn in,
no.
JD.
We,
Free
we
kick
have
for
done the
Canada.
stream. We have
Free
done the
kick for
stream.
Canada. Free kick for
Yes,
Canada. Moved out wide. I can't save you. Okay, I can't always save you. Okay, so we're in our last minute of additional
yes.
play. There
It's
is a
done. It's done.
seagull.
Nigeria can maybe get a goal back to cut the goal difference, but it's done. Mashoud puts a good cross in, please. Oh, that's a terrible cross.
And last minute of play here. Let's.
Look at that through pass. Keeper can pass the ball through two defenders, and it's an attack star for Canada. If she just played it down the line, it's almost a one pass and it's a goal. But she made a good square pass, and then open it up, and it's empty. If she just passed the ball again through, she overhit the pass, and the keeper might spill it. Oh, she almost did. The Nigeria goalie needs some sofa to sleep on. And she only gave away one goal. It's the consistent pressure she's under. I can't blame her at all.
Mhm.
Yes, definitely for that,
Yeah.
but can't blame
Realistically,
her.
like it's gonna be like you could say one bad goal given by each goalkeeper on bad
Mm-hmm.
control, but then the
Yeah.
rest, it's just Canada, and that's game, and that is the
Yes.
whistle has been blown. That's where we are actually.
So
Let
pretty
me t-
much what Nigeria did, Nigeria came out, um, never use any technical abilities, just all about let we close them
pressing.
down fast and see if we can bulldozer the ball in the back of the net. You understand
Hmm.
me? Just bulldoze the ball in the back of the net. They had
Yep.
no direction. Um, it's 4-1. Okay, I thought it was 5-1. Um,
No, no, we missed the five.
um, and the ones that couldn't go in from early, remember, the longer the game goes, you can't press for 90 minutes, right? So the space
Yeah.
is going to open. Canada was always the better passing team. So if you never did anything early on, you're going to just get wider and wider. And once the first ball kicks off, Nigeria goes long for the first ball. And I saw nobody chased it. And I said, Africans, they're tired. It's going to
Yeah.
just keep on opening. I just keep on opening, because they couldn't do what they were doing for 30 minutes. So what we're seeing here, the level of pressing they have is 30 minutes in. And they came up against a well-oiled Canadian team that wants to pass the football. Um, and they did create some
Hmm.
avenues of challenges with the pressing, but they created nothing from those opportunities. So they need to improve on that, and that's why I said the coach need to take all the blame. And I don't think he's a player, because um if you put Mashoud on Canada team, she might score 6 goals today. That means he can't be the player, because Canada
Mm.
would have needed that
It's the
player
system.
to
Yeah.
spread those passes, like what the number 20 came and did. Mashoud would have done that in Canada's team. You understand me? So it can't be Mashoud is the
Hmm.
problem. It has to be the coach. You understand me? Football is not kick.
Yeah.
It's not kick and
Nathan
follow.
coming in with
The coach should be
and
blamed. Thank you
follow.
very much, Nathan. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I can't blame the kids them none at all. Canada looks like they are here to win the
No.
cup. they have some challenges based on a very fast team from
Well,
the Nigeria, and they rallied around that. No,
mhm.
I'm not saying Canada will win the cup, but I'm saying what their ambitions are. You understand me? What their ambitions are. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
no, for sure. And I think, like, again, I am more on that. I'm looking at FIFA, just pulling up 17 attempts by Nigeria versus 10. Overall, fouls, the things. We'll get to some of the stats, but we have Google here. But my thoughts are just rather the first half. What Canada still looked more dangerous, even though they weren't the possessive side. When they got the ball in dangerous areas, they looked more dangerous. And now now they're just having too much fun. Shout out to the social media team. But the second half, they were just winded. And yes, I went from being happy and I went from being just happy that Canada was winning to just being annoyed that they supported like their coach Nigeria didn't support the team. They were out. We said second half. Let's see. We said second half, first 10 minutes, let's see what type of game it is, and they'll tell us. By the seventh minute, we knew, okay, Canada's here. And at that point, you're like, okay, drop a midfielder. We said that for Canada. They did that. Nigeria, we said more supports. Where was it? The first two subs for Nigeria were two strikers, and then they finally put in a midfielder in the 86th minute. I mean, you don't support your girls are tired at that point. Canada did everything they could. I mean, Nigeria did everything they could, but at the end of the day, if you don't support them, what are you really going to do? And so I think great job for Canada. They win the game. I had it 3-2 going. Yes, Prince Hood, you had 4-1. Unfortunately, I don't send currency, so I have nothing to give you. I have nothing to give. Um,
Guys, let's get the likes up on the video because we did
mhm,
our job. So at least you guys do your job. So before you leave, please do click the like button. Hope you subscribe. Hope Africans can
mhm,
look at his subscription and he gets a good subscription because
mhm,
he did the game. And next games I will be back. Um, but this one was for Africans, and he's going to
mhm,
cover all the games. And I don't know if he's going to do everything live, but he's going to be playing a part as well. So
mhm.
we're going to cover it. Yeah. But definitely like the video and
Mhm.
support the channel. All right.
I will say this though. I think for their next games, Nathan, I do agree. Canada made three subs once, and they changed the dynamic exactly. And at that point,
Mm-hmm.
it took another cycle, and then they brought in a striker. I think because Samoa don't let the Samoa played well, but Samoa was 2 for 2 in their chances. If you look at Samoa versus France, it was just France unable to be clinical. And this is why I think all three of those teams, France, Nigeria, and Canada, are alive to get out. And Samoa, I think, if they're going to be that clinical, let's hope they can defend. However, I don't think
Uh,
Nigeria are out of this yet. I think they're still alive. I think they match up well with
can you
France.
find a match? Can you find a match when you finish?
Yeah.
Because I want to see, it was the number 20 that came on, right? That number
Yes.
20. I think she has
Yeah.
to be the player of the game. She came on and she created every ball she touched, she created a split pass.
So Julia Amira, she's actually not one of that 12. She's her club ball is in Georgia, so they just brought her in they brought in for the last camp before in, so she's new to the team, the squad
Okay.
overall, and she kind of came in again, always recruiting, always finding players. We only have this about 12 of the 22 or 23 players who are here have been with them since U15 on. So credit for Canada for keeping that. And on the women's side, they do a good job at it. They're always looking for players. But Amira comes in, and honestly, if she's not the player of the match, I don't know who is, because she certainly the goals changed the dynamic. Her energy came in, and that's something you needed from them to come through. So Julia Amira, who's number 20 for Canada, that is my player of the match.
Yeah, she has to be the player of the match. She was so
Mhm,
direct. She caused all sorts of problem. Her movements, they just couldn't live with her because they brought her in at the right time.
mhm,
Nigerians were tired, and she just spinning in the middle of the pitch and just spraying the passes them everywhere, and they're all connecting. That forward that keep latching on it, she has a good speed.
mhm.
Um, and you have the black girl that came on. She had a good speed
Yes,
as well. Alexis or something like that. She has a good
yes,
speed.
Alexis. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, um, it's tough. It's tough. Nigeria has to go back to the drawing board. That those tactics, those are very amateur tactics that the guy came and used. You know, yes, the
Hmm.
players are much better because Mashoud is a talented player. Yes, so I'm disappointed in what I saw, and the zero
No,
preparation, right there for me. You know.
that's fair. There was a break day tomorrow, so there is nothing going on for U17s tomorrow. In a few hours, we have the men's under 20 finals coming through, so another African one going from there. I would say, and I have the games coming up. There are good matchups coming. I wonder how Cameroon looks against North Korea. I don't think it's going to. I hope it's not a. I hope it's not like a 5-1 destruction because Cameroon surprised me against the Netherlands. So I'm hoping they can look well. But Costa Rica, Brazil, I think that's Brazil again. United States versus China, that could be a fun matchup. Um, I This is France time, JD. So you factor that in for where you need for when these games are. Um, for where I'm at. Nigeria versus France on Wednesdays. That's coming. That Samoa game is going to be big. I think Nigeria can win that, but I think Nigeria can draw France, but they have to be better. Final third decision making has to be far better. And if they can fix that and then actually support their midfield and the defense, I don't think they can go full pressing, but maybe half pressing and they'll look fine. But other games, Mexico versus the Netherlands will be fun. They always have history. Morocco versus Italy. I know the hosts are there, but I don't know if they're gonna play well to do that. Zambia, we'll see how they do against Japan. And then that's Wednesday slot, and then Paraguay, New Zealand on Wednesday, as well as Cote d'Ivoire and Colombia. So the slate is there. The slate is definitely there. We'll take a few more comments and then we'll just wrap it up here. Anthony, the coach is not the problem. The problem is the NFN want to make sure that the coach must select players from the West. And then, good old tribalism. Good old
Yeah, yeah.
tribalism.
I told you that it just seems and feel like something that I know, but I won't say anything. It just seems like that.
See, I was told I'm not Ghanaian enough, but that's just my life I live. The Nigerians were worn out, and that's where the coach and we've talked around this, but we'll say it again here. They were worn out, and they should have done something, but because he's not technically sound, he could not read the match. I think by the first 10 minutes, even if he makes a sub at the 60th minute, if he tries to go like even if he sees Canada's making changes, maybe I should. Maybe that happens. Maybe that changes things. But unfortunately, that's where it is. And so as we wrap up, we'll just give you where everyone is sitting and where they're standing. In Group A, Italy and Brazil are at the top of their groups, both 3-0 wins. Morocco and Costa Rica still alive. Group B, North Korea and the Netherlands over Cameroon and Mexico. Both sides looked good. So I think this Group E will be a live group. Group C, again, China and United States winning their games. Ecuador and Norway still have some fight to put in. Group D, we just saw Canada versus Nigeria. Samoa versus France was much closer than people thought it would be. I think Nigeria can compete with France, but again, they're going to need finishing and midfield support, and especially playing a 3-5-2. That's a little bit, but I digress. Spain topping Colombia, and then Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, and South Korea. I have a draw, so this group is very much live. And then Group F here is Japan and Paraguay winning their matchups, and Zambia and New Zealand going. Not much to learn, but we'll learn a lot on Tuesday. According to Nathan, according to FIFA, it started as a 3-5-2 and then it finished as a 4-4-2. Now I think they were pushing their fullbacks further up, allegedly, or I didn't see their fullbacks anywhere because by the 7th minute of the second half, once they passed the first wave of strikers, Canada was just running from box to box like sand in the hourglass. So too were the days of our lives. JD, any final comments before we wrap the stream up here?
Um, I am going to be doing the next game. So I'm going to listen to everything first. I'm going to hear what he says,
Mhm.
to know if he saw the game. At
Yes.
least say that he doesn't see the errors as yet. He's going to look and improve his team, and then I have something to wish for. Yeah. But yeah, I think they were outclassed today. Um, Better coaching, better fundamentals. You know. And FIFA giving these money away free to teams. So
Mm.
why people can't just spend the money on the players and the best coaches? Because you've
J-
gotten the money free. Every country gets the money free,
J-
but you have a lot of countries want to take the money and not
J-
spend it on the kids. You know?
JD, JD. We could go another 2 hours here, but all I'm going to say is
No,
this.
I don't have 2 hours
Listen, I
because I
know
have
we're
to go
not
to
going.
bed.
Listen, you need rest. Okay, you need rest.
Yes.
No, but for everyone who came on, thank you guys. We do appreciate you for here. If you haven't already, we Max at Football. He's there. I'll put him in the description here so you can go there, jump on. He'll cover all as much as he will there. I'll be on as well. I do primarily Canadian and African content, so I'll have a Canadian recap at some point tonight, and then also going from there. The funny thing I always talk about that I saw, which was a very interesting point, is on what you just finished off with. We always spend a lot of time arguing about who should come or who should go when it comes for national teams. But when the money comes, we have a very bad track record. A very bad track record. And when I say we, I mean all of us. And if you don't think you belong in the all of us, check your track record because there's something you could be doing better. But hey, we're here to watch the stars of tomorrow, and we're excited to see that. I've been Akwesi from the Africans channel. Make sure you subscribe to the We Max It Football channel. Thank you for everyone who did subscribe today. Leave your comments below, and we'll be back later this week. And as always, we'll just stop talking right